This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Checking off the boxes on your to-do list is a great feeling. And when it comes to checking off coverage, a State Farm agent can help you choose an option that's right for you. Whether you prefer talking in person, on the phone, or using the award-winning app, it's nice knowing you have help finding coverage that best fits your needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Lowe's has the Labor Day deals you need to give your home a new look. Buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Then, add the final touch with 2 for $8 on select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Refresh your home and save big while doing it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowes.com/rebates for details.
They fooled me, we can't get fooled again.
In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
If you don't like what we tell you to believe in, we'll kill you.
All right, kids. Listen. Don't listen to this podcast.
Don't listen to this.
If you're not of age.
What's of age?
18.
16?
18. We're a bunch of dudes, and we're going to say some really bad words.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Conspiracy Podcast.
Coming from you from a rainy day, you can hear that trickle in the background.
It's nice. I mean, it's better than being hot out here. So
it's fucking soothing. It's actually it's like the white noise I put on for sleep. It's beautiful.
It does feel better too.
It does
than the last couple times.
Oh, it's been brutal. Because as you know, like we are trying to get a studio, but right now,
there you go.
And it's fucking hot out here.
But can you imagine like time from now and we're so massive, we have this massive studio with lights
blasting
and stuff.
AC. That's all I want.
It's like 60 degrees and I'm like, woo!
And then we get comments like, man, I miss the old days. I miss the old days.
Where's the crickets at?
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking
We're
about?
gonna have to edit in the crickets.
And actually I got upset because I was looking at one of our posts and it's like, what's the one conspiracy you believe in? And I think back to our first episode, which is the moon landing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm so annoyed at myself for what I said.
Yeah.
Because it's so fake.
Wait, the moon. Oh, you went back on it. You went back.
Didn't we do a update on it?
We did an update.
We did, right?
I think we did an update, and maybe
he did
I
correct himself.
would correct myself. But I just was thinking about it, like, God, how foolish was I?
I know. And you know what's crazy is that is our #1 listened to episode.
Oh yeah.
And then people probably hate me for
but
it.
But a lot of it is because it's our
the
first one.
It's the first.
So
True.
it's sorted.
It's sorted.
No, it is. But then also like in that post where we were asking like, what's your #1 conspiracy? A lot of it is the moon.
Yeah, everyone.
Like, so it is by
sketch.
survey one of the top.
Crazy idea.
Okay.
What if
we just redo it?
You know how they do reboots?
We just like
like it's like a new Spider-Man.
But we have to be different though.
Yes.
Hi, this is Steve, Tim, and George.
I mean, because remember we did the walkthrough of all the programs, the Saturn, whatever, all those programs. What if we just rebooted it and redo the whole episode?
And just like delete the first episode.
I actually don't hate the idea.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
I don't hate it. I would like to. I mean, obviously, since we haven't had video for everything, I wish we could have a video for everything.
Know. That's true.
And I know everyone wants the video. All of our Discord people are like, please get video back. Trust me, we want to. It's not like we're holding it back from you.
No, it's just a much harder setup.
It is.
It's harder, and
it takes longer. There's more editing, more money.
Exactly.
We need a studio. It needs to be soundproof. We used to record Eric's old kind of like warehouse space.
Yeah.
And even then we tried to soundproof the walls.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the podcast space isn't like some fucking ultra lucrative
fucking
zone. Like, you know.
Yeah. Apparently, the only ones that do it full time are the top 0.02%.
Yeah. Wow. For sure.
Of podcasts. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the stats are there's over 4 million podcasts.
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
so like the top 0.02% is like, that's like 100 podcasts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
so we appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We are in the top 0.1%, just so you know.
We're getting there.
Oh, we're getting there.
0.1, we're close.
Yeah, we're getting there. So this is part 3 of COVID. As we like to say, don't start here.
No, God no.
Go back. So if you're just starting and you're like, oh, I found a COVID one, blah, 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 blah. Go back to part 1 because we went into the history of pandemics.
Yes. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Which is actually interesting. A lot of interesting information there.
Remember the Black Death? And one of us has to be that for Halloween.
Oh my God.
The Black Plague Doctor.
I don't like it. Something about it like makes me not happy.
I was looking for one, but
I know you sent me literally right after we recorded.
Stupid.
Right after we recorded, Jorge sends me like a costume idea.
Like
from the time.
Hollywood,
authentic signed
by some like old plague doctor.
So in the first episode, we went over the history of pandemics. What then we noticed was a playbook.
The pandemic playbook.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It is. It's like a script.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we went into actually what started to happen in Wuhan, part 2.
Yes.
And kind of roll out of the disease. I don't want, not the disease.
The virus.
The virus and how it started to spread, et cetera. And then we left off in December of 2020 as the world fast-tracked multiple vaccines into production in what was the fastest development of a vaccine in human history.
In the history of literal mankind. Yeah. I think we talked about it. I think we did. The previous like fastest time was like 7 years.
8 years, I think.
In the 60s, right? The month?
Maybe it was something like that.
Yeah.
But the average is 7 to 9 years.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Okay, the fast one was 4. Okay, the average is 7.
But they did it
and this
like
one was
7 months.
7 months.
Which is like, that's sketch.
That's right.
That's a little sketch.
Yeah. So here's what we're going to do in this episode. We're going to go over the distribution of vaccines.
Okay.
How that went down. Then also there's the introduction to variants.
Oh my God!
Delta, Omicron, Alpha, Beta, Gamma.
All the. Why is it always the Greek letters?
Yes.
It's always Greek.
Yes. And then I have a great section which are the weird things that different governments did.
Oh my God! Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly
so fucking funny. I didn't even know some of these.
It's so sleazy car salesman. It's like it's the worst.
So we did talk about the burgers for vaccines.
And the fries, and the guy's like, "Oh, you don't want these fries, you loser."
But I have 10 of the greatest. They're not the greatest.
It's the worst.
Outrageous. And then we're gonna get into the section on money.
Yeah, cash flow, baby.
Money was a big.
Oh yeah.
Big thing. And then the last probably hour or so of this will be the conspiracies.
You got it.
All right.
I'm in.
Dive in, brother.
Yeah. So just imagine that you now have the vaccine. You have a semblance of the vaccine. You're pretty confident this is going to work. You now have 6-7 billion people on Earth. How do you distribute? How do you
what's the supply chain look like for this?
In addition, the early vaccines had to be ultra cold storage.
Like we're talking like nitrogen, liquid nitrogen type storage.
Yeah, so it's not like you just had a bunch of crates.
No.
And you just, like with the bananas. And you're like, this one's going to Paris.
On the back of an F-250, they're like, fuck it.
Exactly. So it was a major logistical endeavor or problem, you know what I mean? So but gradually through early 2021, millions of people rolled up their sleeves, and by mid 2021, wealthy nations like Israel, the UK, and the US had vaccinated the majority of adult population. Hospitalizations and deaths among the vaccinated groups dropped even when infections continued to circulate, meaning there is evidence that if you had the vaccine, you still got the illness, but there's less deaths.
See, then this is where it gets super convoluted. You know, and I think we touched upon this in episode 2, is like, what is the, like, there was no like proper like the administration side of like identifying like the statistics.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we did touch on this, like, you know, how do you identify someone who's died specifically of COVID and not these other ulterior factors, like these pre-existing conditions that you have. And then and the same thing goes for the flip side too. It's like deaths and survival. It's like the same question.
Right.
It's like, okay, like now are they counting deaths as like, oh, well, no, it was they had, you know, heart disease or they had XYZ and it wasn't COVID. Whereas before it was COVID, it's hard to know. It's so all I'm saying is I'm not saying this is inaccurate or unfactual. I have no idea. I'm saying how are they quantifying the data?
Yeah, that's right. Well, we're gonna go over a little bit of what different treatments there were, and then it leads into that debate.
Okay. Yeah.
And then in addition, we actually, I don't know if you guys all know this, but Jorge's wife is a nurse, so she was literally there front
in the trenches,
like literally.
And so she wrote up a good email about her experiences, and so we're also going to go into that.
Yeah, it's great.
At that moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
like front line.
Yeah, exactly. So
and my uncle's wife she's also a nurse, and dude, she was like, I mean, working like a fucking slave. Legit slave. She was working 18-hour days. Yeah, like nonstop every day, 7 days a week. It wasn't like
crazy.
It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
No. So, but the vaccine rollout was highly uneven globally. Rich countries bought up most of the early supply, where poor countries were left waiting in the wings. An international initiative called COVAX aimed to distribute vaccines equally, but it struggled to secure enough doses and funding. By mid-2021, while countries like Canada had enough vaccines to cover their entire population times 2, they literally had
it's like double.
Other areas like certain parts of Africa, they had vaccination rates of 5%. So then that just kind of opens the question of, poor versus rich.
I mean, it's the age-old question.
Were these all made and created by pharmaceutical companies in the US?
Oh,
right?
100%. Yeah. Pfizer, Moderna, fucking Johnson & Johnson, like all the big boys.
Yeah. And then
China had their own, and like
Russia had their own. Remember, we went over it a little bit. They called it some stupid name.
It was weird.
Sputnik.
The Sputnik. I'm like, come on. Like, get over it, guys. It's been 60 years. Like, chill out.
There were some countries that actually produced over and above their population, so then they gave them to surrounding countries. India and China
on the free, or like on like a discount?
That's a great question. I don't know. They probably sold it.
Good question.
They probably sold it. I mean, that's the sad part about like society. They're like, we want to help you for a price.
Yes,
it's going to cost you though.
But unfortunately, though, by the time everybody felt a little confident about the rollout of vaccines, something called the Delta variant hit. And that Delta variant, per officials, was something that the vaccines could not combat. Meaning, we did all this work, and then all of a sudden now it's a different thing. And it was almost like, I remember coming out and going like,
eczema isn't always obvious, but it's real. And so is the relief from Ebglyss. After an initial dosing phase, about 4 in 10 people taking Ebglyss achieved itch relief and clear or almost clear skin at 16 weeks. And most of those people maintain skin that's still more clear at 1 year with monthly dosing.
Ebglyss, lebrikizumab, LBKZ, a 250 milligram per 2 milliliter injection, is a prescription medicine used to treat adults and children 12 years of age and older who weigh at least 88 pounds or 40 kilograms with moderate to severe eczema, also called atopic dermatitis, that is not well controlled with prescription therapies used on the skin or topicals, or who cannot use topical therapies. Ebglyss can be used with or without topical corticosteroids. Don't use if you're allergic to Ebglyss. Allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Eye problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems. You should not receive a live vaccine when treated with Ebglyss. Before starting Ebglyss, tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection.
Searching for real relief? Ask your doctor about Ebglyss and visit ebglyss.lilly.com or call 1-800-LILY-RX or 1-800-545-5979.
You set the table, put on a playlist, even made the lasagna from scratch. And now you're wearing it. OxyClean Max Force Spray tackles tough, set-in stains the first time. Adulting is hard. Fighting stains shouldn't be. OxyClean Max Force. It's not clean unless it's OxyClean.
Jesus Christ.
Like now you're going to need another vaccine.
Yes.
And from a scientific perspective, that does happen. I mean, I'll give you a classic example is cancer.
Yeah.
You know, it's like cancer mutates. And so it's like you can't, like when you try to combat a thing like a virus or a disease or something, there's a specific marker that you can identify that is like, okay, this is the bad thing.
Yeah.
And it's also the way like your immune system works. So like your immune system, the white blood cells are like, okay, we know how to identify this thing by XYZ. That's how we know that this is the thing we need to attack. But if it changes and it mutates, your body's like, oh, I'm not really sure with this thing. You know, I'm gonna let it slide. Like, guy looks sketchy, but like, you know, we're gonna like,
let him through.
We're not gonna like abuse the power here, bad power structure, and then you know, so things just from a scientific perspective that does happen.
Yes,
I don't
absolutely.
trust me. I'm not. This is not me like advocating here. I'm just saying it does.
The
happen.
problem is you have the fastest vaccine, and when you
7
people
months.
start to question that, and is it for money? The big pharmas are the ones that are making all the money, right? And then it's like, oh, well, now we're going to need a second vaccine.
Yeah, you need a fucking booster.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, that came later.
And then
that's right. That did come later.
And then all of this, like parallel to this, though, the world kept working on different ways. Different treatments, different things.
Yeah.
So it was like
how do we fix this?
Yes, exactly. And on top of it, there were some people who just plain, regardless of what they say, they're just not going to trust the government.
Yeah, me.
So,
Sean,
so what they're going to do is they're going to go a homeopathic route, or they're going to go a
just fuck it. Let's let it
strange
ride.
route.
Yeah, let's let it ride.
The Joe Rogan route, the fucking ivermectin route.
There you go.
But we'll get into that.
Yep.
Yeah,
actually works.
We will.
Yeah.
It actually works. It's like
also, and this likens to our previous episode about the phases of a pandemic and how you start to go looking outwards into other solutions.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Now, granted, 1,000 years ago, they were doing the incense candles.
What's with the incense? Oh, yes. If you breathe in good smells.
Yes.
You're fucking Gucci.
But there were some, and I'm just going to go over a few that came out. And there were one of the first breakthroughs was finding that a cheap steroid, and I'm going to butcher these names. One is dexamethasone. And
that's good. No, that's good.
It was pretty good. Yeah,
that was good.
And that was found to reduce mortality rates in people. Basically, if you get COVID, you know, I mean, it didn't help COVID,
but it's like,
but it
prevents you from dying.
There you go. Yes,
which is like the goal.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Try to no die.
This was discovered in the UK's recovery trial in June 2020, and then adopted worldwide. Some say it actually saved hundreds of thousands of lives by basically calming inflammatory responses of COVID.
Okay.
Yeah. Other treatments like remdesivir. Yeah, an antiviral showed modest benefits, shortening your hospital stays. And then there were various antibody therapies were developed to help patients in early stages to develop antibodies to neutralize it.
Yeah, and the reason I think that people, because from a standpoint of like you look at the way the human body is engineered, but like your body is actually built to stop foreign bodies. That's what it's built to, and that's why if you look at the normal vaccine is like you give the body dead version of a thing, and then it knows like, okay, this is the thing I need to destroy, and it destroys it. I'm just saying that people taking these antibody treatments or these more holistic type of treatments, I understand why they're doing it.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Then there were some alternative choices, and one of which is ivermectin.
Yeah.
It's an anti-parasitic drug that's been used safely in humans and animals for decades. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it became the center of controversy after some researchers suggested it might have antiviral potential, and early lab studies showed that at very high doses, it could suppress the virus in cell cultures.
Yeah. But then you got made to be a fucking piece of shit if you were taking it.
That's right. This led to widespread off-label use, meaning they just started to get
random.
Just get it as much as you can, especially in areas that limited in vaccines. They were like, okay, let's see if I can get this online.
Yeah.
And actually, I even have one of the original.
I I saw your post.
You saw the post?
I saw the post.
It's in my cabinet. It's the horse one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's obviously it's used in humans and animals. Yours was a
and what's
of the animal variant.
Yeah. And what's funny too is I remember during the height of COVID, I was like, maybe I should take this shit. And then I got it from somebody, and then the instructions are for a horse. So you have to like calculate it.
Yeah, like
I'm like, okay,
wait.
Yeah. So it's like I don't even know the measurements, but it's like X amount for 400 pounds. And I'm like, okay, so
yeah. See, like the ivermectin that I have is ivermectin that I have is for humans. I have the human variant of ivermectin.
Yeah.
Where'd you get it?
I got a prescription for it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Sure.
nice. Yeah. Yeah. Some small or poorly designed clinical trials seem to show benefits, but larger, more rigorous studies generally did not find enough evidence to move it forward in any sort of mass production.
Yeah, you can move 7 months on the fucking vaccine. It's totally kosher. Totally copacetic.
So the FDA and WHO, so the World Health Organization, concluded there wasn't enough proof to recommend it as a treatment.
But they can recommend the vaccine as a treatment.
There's enough proof there.
There's enough
Come on.
dollar proof, baby.
Yeah,
There's enough financial proof.
Exactly.
But in 2021, it blew up because Joe Rogan publicly shared that he used it. And it was his own treatment in testing positive. He pushed back as he was mocked for, and they put it in headlines that he was using a horse dewormer. And so he pushed back on that a lot. Anyways.
I remember that.
But here's the thing: is like, okay, who cares? I'm allowed to.
It
put,
worked.
I'm allowed
That's
to put
the important thing.
whatever the fuck I want to in my body, and I shouldn't be forced to put any. And that's
that too.
See, that's
the argument though is he's got the biggest platform on the planet, and if, for example, if I went on and I had 1 million listeners, I don't know how many he has, but let's say, I don't know,
he's got probably
let's say 10 million a month.
Yeah,
probably more.
But let's just say 10 million.
Okay.
And I went on and I said, shrooms, help me.
Well, he's definitely said that.
Yeah,
he says that all the
exactly.
time.
Okay,
He said,
yeah.
he said
That and weed and all
Homie
kinds of
says
shit.
that fucking every
No, I know.
podcast. Like,
But the argument though is that a responsible thing to do with the power that you have?
well, here's the thing. There's this lovely thing called the Constitution.
Yeah,
you
I
know
was just gonna say
that's
that too.
super fucking awesome. That it's like it doesn't matter. It's I'm allowed to say that like
What works for
this
you works
worked
for you.
for me.
Right.
Yeah.
It's different. Like but the thing is like they were.
He could have said, "Oh, I just slept it off. Like, just sleep." And like, you know what I mean? Is that
This
responsible?
fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, sunshine. Remember?
Yeah,
Remember?
that was a big
actually a thing.
Yeah, vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
No, but
Yeah.
here's the thing: is like they were like blackballing doctors.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
people who went to school for 12 fucking years. They have a medical they're a medical doctor, and they're like, well, no, false information. Like, and see, that's when we get into like, okay, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Right.
What is false? What's not false?
Yeah,
Opinion.
Yeah. Who has the right to decide what's false and not false?
Is an opinion false?
The fact checkers.
Yeah. The randos like
the
working.
meta fact checkers.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes.
Anyway, so that's some of the developments that were happening. A notable area of advancement was in understanding transmission and how it was spreading. Initially, there was confusion. We thought it was only, through touch, right? At the very beginning.
Where the 6 feet came in?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And
Don't
then,
touch me, bitch.
yeah, and then it started to like keep going, and then
was
like how it
airborne.
airborne,
Yeah.
exactly. And people were getting HEPA filters, the mask mandates.
N95s, like yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
But
What
you
about
know,
like
again,
people were fogging their house?
yes. So as the pandemic wore on, the virus itself did not remain static. We had talked about that, where the viruses constantly mutate, and given the tens of millions of infections, it's
a lot of mutation.
Yeah, it had ample opportunity to basically mutate. In late 2020, the first so-called variants occurred. One of the first ones was the Alpha variant, also known as the UK Kent variant. Had a bunch of mutations that made it about 50% more transmissible than the original strain. So it was getting worse, and like it was evolving.
You got to think like a virus, just like any organism that is alive, wants to survive.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like you have to change to survive.
Yeah.
Adapt.
Exactly.
And I remember this is where it became a little bit scary, because if it just kept, to me, it was like, if it can just keep evolving, then we can never get ahead of it.
Yeah.
And, the alpha appeared to possibly have a higher fatality rate through older groups. Next came beta.
Hey-o.
And this was first found in South Africa. And then gamma was found in Brazil. These were concerning because they showed some ability to evade immunity. And so we've now been vaccinated, or at least a majority of us have been vaccinated. And then there you go. And then the biggest one, the biggest game changer of the variants was the Delta variant. First identified in India, it was extremely transmissible, about twice as contagious as the original virus. It was on par with chickenpox, which is crazy. Chickenpox is wild.
Yeah.
Like if
you
have somebody in a house,
everybody's
and,
getting
you're getting
it's
it.
gone.
Yeah, exactly. Delta fueled hellish outbreaks. India wave in spring of 2021. It swept through unvaccinated populations in the summer. Now, a lot of this is, when I say unvaccinated, this is per reports from, who.
Yeah.
Right? So
super trustworthy
it's hard,
source.
it's hard to know, like, these words that are put into, like, if it truly was that.
Yeah,
right?
which we brought up is like, how are they quantifying this information?
Yeah.
It's impossible to get 100% accurate information when it's something that's worldwide, because you're dealing with so many
in such little time too.
And it's like, how do you know what's accurate, what's not accurate?
Yeah. Now, China was a notable outlier through most of 2022. It continued what they called a zero COVID policy, using mass testing, digital contact tracing, strict quarantines, and citywide lockdowns to crush any outbreak whatsoever. This worked to keep their deaths really low, officially under 6,000 through 2021. But I don't believe that.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to tell you out the gate, I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't believe that. I believe that China wanted to contain their public relations.
PR.
Yes, exactly. And so by late 2022, though, after Omicron came out, they abandoned the zero COVID policy.
What's Omicron? I kind of remember
was
that
one of
word.
the last.
Variant.
That's
Yeah,
another
that's
variant.
right.
Yeah,
That's
that was one of the last.
It's all
ones.
based off the Greek alphabet. It's alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, theta, iota, lambda, mu, nu, xi, omicron, pi.
Oh, Omicron. That's right.
I'm strangely aroused right now.
I was in a fraternity. I had to fucking know this shit.
Dude,
it's been a long
that's
time, so I
amazing.
don't remember all of it. But
Yeah. So they basically, this is my opinion, okay? China was overwhelmed with the final variant that they started to report the real data. After a while, they just were like, we cannot keep this up.
They knew they couldn't get away with it.
Yes.
Because obviously China, it's like imagine you're part of like, you're in some like hoity-toity fucking rich fucking community, right? And you're at the country club. You're obviously not gonna like let the homies know at the country club that like, you and the wife are having issues.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, oh, we're fucking
I remember at this time also there was a bunch of leaks. So people sending videos and then that was circulating on social media. And so yeah, they couldn't hide it anymore.
I mean, we also know what China does. It's like, remember when Jack Ma, Jack Ma he was a co-founder and CEO of Alibaba, which is like China Amazon. The dude's worth like 35-40 billion.
Yeah.
Talk shit about fucking Xi Jinping and the fucking Communist Party. Homie disappears for a month.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and he's like, oh my God, they're the best.
We got to do an episode on that guy.
Dude, we need to.
That's going to be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So just to give you an idea, so through 2021, China only reported officially 6,000 deaths. And they have 1.5 billion people.
Like, get the fuck out of town.
Do you know what I mean? Like and
it started there.
That's like Tampa. Meaning like that amount of like the percentage of mortality should
have been
crazy.
Extraordinarily
So,
high.
but by 2022 and 2023, when they kind of opened the information, yes,
the truth.
Some estimates suggest 1 million cases per day of COVID.
Ooh, holy shit!
Cases, not necessarily
cases, but hundreds of thousands of deaths.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds more in line with the rest of the world.
Yeah, with humanity.
Yeah.
By 2023, much of the world had turned the page, and in May of 2023, the WHO declared that COVID-19 was no longer a public health emergency of international concern. And it essentially, in May of 2023, that's when it ended. officially, that's when COVID kind of ended as a thing. You know what I mean? As of August 2025, reports say 770 million cases of COVID around the world, and 7 million people died.
Jesus.
From COVID.
Okay.
We don't know
how
it's
legit
so
that
hard
is.
to know what that is.
But we are still talking, and this is not, I'm not saying this as an asshole. I'm not saying it as anything. But in the grand scheme, remember we had talked about, like, was it worth it?
Yeah.
And we're talking sub 1%, you know, as opposed to these other private.
Say 7 million out of 7 billion.
Well, there's 8 billion people on the planet.
Yeah, okay, so 8.
And so that's what I'm saying, sub 1%.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking sub 1% death rate, whereas, like, some of these other pandemics, it's like 30% of the earth is dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not making light of it. I'm not saying this
Totally.
as, I'm like not trying to be like insensitive, but I'm saying,
You're looking for
was it worth, like, the damage caused by the reaction? Was it worth it? But granted, there's the flip side of the coin. I have to take the other side. Is like,
did they contain it?
Is it because of the action that it was only sub 1%?
And it's a great lead into, because now we're going to go over all of the things
that were done.
The
actions.
In order to either combat it, or if there were nefarious things.
Slow the spread.
Involved.
Was the fucking thing they kept saying?
Yeah.
No, the curve. What's the curve?
Slow the curve. Or flatten the curve.
Flatten the curve. It's like, what's the fucking little catchphrase they're using?
Yeah.
I was gonna say also, like, it did end, quote unquote, at different times in different areas. Like, I'll say around Florida, we were fucking over it by the end of 2020.
People were at the bar like, fuck off.
Yes.
Do what I gotta do.
Yeah, it's true.
They're like, oh, I don't have to worry while I'm eating. Just eating everywhere. Just constantly
Whereas,
eating.
like, other states are driving with a mask by themselves in the car.
I still see homies driving with the mask. I swear. I saw a dude driving with a mask and smoking. I couldn't believe it. He was alone in the car. I was
Or
like,
the
what
mask
fuck?
where they cut the thing and they're like at a restaurant eating through the mask.
So one last thing on there is something that came out about something called long COVID.
Oh yeah.
And some say that people are still dealing with that today. And this is, some people report having lost their sense of smell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've heard that.
Different things that
Taste.
are just a long
Or some people
illness
like that,
from something
that really affected their lungs because it really attacked the respiratory system.
Yeah.
And they ended up with kind of like basically what COPD is.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So there you go. So we're going to kind of talk about, there's some funny things because we went through all of this. Everybody listening went through all of this, unless you're 6 years old, 4 years old.
Don't fucking remember shit.
But
In which case they didn't listen to the disclaimer at the beginning.
Yeah. What's wild too is I have never seen, and maybe this leans towards conspiratorial, but I have never seen a concerted effort to try to get something done in my lifetime. Meaning the absolute push to get vaccinated, I have never seen on this scale.
Well, it's also it's not even just that. It was the ultimate blackball, like pressure, like force, the force behind you do it or you're a fucking piece of shit. You're exiled from society.
Yeah.
You are no longer, you're trying to kill everyone else. Like that's when, to me, I was like,
funky.
Maybe something's not right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know we're a comedy podcast first, but I gotta say, there was a point I got really mad about all of this. I think it was really fucked up.
Oh yeah.
That people were pressurized to inject something into your body.
Yeah, a foreign substance not tested properly.
Yeah. And it got to the point where people were honest and saying, no, you have to do this.
No, you have to.
It wasn't even like a side, like, you don't have to do anything.
But
it
stop
was
treating you as a patient.
A direct
Oh, it was very much
push to do it, and I found it to be extremely fucked up. And I, like I said, I know we're a comedy podcast.
That's what makes people like not trust them. Something,
Yes.
like it's like it's too much pressure, too much fucking pressure. Like,
well, think of how many relationships were ruined over the fucking vaccine,
especially in families.
Dude, families, like the divide that it created. I mean, I think this was one of the biggest divides ever created and enforced by the U.S. government and by all governments.
Absolutely. And
yet you're still pushing, body autonomy and you can do whatever you want except for this.
Now, here was the main argument, and tell me if I'm wrong, but this was the main argument in my view, was that, like, for example, let's say just us three as like friends. So say I got vaccinated. Then the line was pushed by media and or our government officials saying that Jorge is now risking my life because he refuses to do the vaccine.
But isn't the vaccine but it's funny. It's like, but if you got vaccinated, why would he affect you?
Right. It makes sense. But that was the narrative.
Yeah, that was the narrative. But it pitted Jorge and I. Let's say Sean got it, and let's say Sean and Eric got vaccinated, and Jorge was the only one. So it pitted us two against him.
Yeah, because he's trying to kill us.
And he is the one
irresponsible
who is irresponsible for putting us at risk. And it became this fucked up thing, and I'm so fucking mad about it.
Yeah,
because I literally had this run on me of just because I want to be myself and not
just do what I want.
I'm a very yes, I drink beer, I smoke some cigarettes, but I don't do a lot of stuff. I don't even really take Advil. Like, I'm a very pretty basic person.
You take whiskey.
Yeah. But point being, though, is that then I'm being forced to take this foreign substance that I know nothing about.
That is not proven. No long-term testing.
Yes,
no nothing.
I still don't know anything about it.
No one does.
Yes. And then I'm ridiculed and fucking made to look like a piece of shit loser. And I am 100%. So mad about this.
But it's even worse when you find out that when we spoke about this, I think in episode 1 of this, the media was all coordinated, saying the same shit, the exact same script. So then it's like this agenda that's being pushed. Now, the question is who's pushing it?
And it's and the thing is it's 95% effective. So if it's 95% effective, if you take it, you shouldn't have to worry about anybody else because it's 95% effective. Why would someone else not taking it affect you at all? But then obviously those numbers were a lie. And then it became 80%. And then it became
who hurt you?
It became 50%.
Who hurt you?
No, and just to clarify, I'm not anti-vaccine.
No,
I'm vaccinated for a lot of things.
I know. When I was a kid, I got hella vaccinated.
But I'm not. So I'm saying I'm not anti-vaccine. But I'm telling you, when I was pushed, I wasn't pushed into a room, but I felt backed into a corner about doing this, and I was like, this is fucked up. This is against. I went back to this is against my rights.
It is against your rights.
It's against my rights.
You can't force it. It's like saying, imagine if the government was like, you have to take crack.
Yeah.
That's the only way to save yourself. You're like, but I really don't want to do that. They're like, you're trying to threaten my family?
I know. Now,
take this crack.
Now, do you think in hindsight, because we're now 5 years out, do you think in hindsight the people who were pushing those feel bad about that?
Fuck no. Yeah, they're looking at their bank accounts. They're like, sweet, worked out good, boys.
I know the other argument or the other side of it is that we squashed the virus,
right?
But it worked.
No, but see,
so we'll never be able to argue that with somebody who is super against it. You know what I mean?
See, the thing is, we don't know. There's no way to know for a fact if that is what the cause was.
I know.
If that is what actually stopped it, or if it was just bodies eventually adapt.
Yeah.
And we've done for thousands of years.
Yeah.
You adapt to shit and then you fucking move on.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of the way it's always gone.
Yeah.
They weren't vaccinating motherfuckers back in Greece, and they were they didn't have shit.
Yeah, but they lost 30%.
I know. Yes.
No, but
correct.
then the body the old adage, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an adage because it's actually fact. It's you're the immune system and evolution. It's literally classic evolution. It's you become a strong your immune system becomes more, and as you have kids, it's that shit is programmed in. The fucking cells know this shit's bad shit.
Yeah.
It's the fact. It's actual science.
Yeah. And again, I just want to say before we get a bunch of bad reviews on Eric raging out, I'm vaccinated for a lot of things.
I think all of us. I think anyone who's over 30 is vaccinated for hellish shit.
And I think vaccines have saved us to an extent. There are ramifications of it, but over hundreds of years, our medicine is better.
And those vaccines were tested for years.
Yes, there you go.
They were tested for years.
That's the argument that I wanted to say, is that all I'm saying is it should be properly done.
Yeah.
Properly.
Not
long-term effects.
Yes, not in a desperate attempt. Whatever. Okay.
But it was desperate times.
It was desperate times. I know, and I give it to them. I'll give you that.
Bro.
I'll give you that little. I'll give them that little bit.
Yeah.
Desperate times. I was not a leader. I was not a person in charge of deciding what to do with this, so I understand that part. Anyways, so I put together a list of the most outrageous things that government officials did in order to talk us into getting vaccinated.
Fucking bamboozle you.
Yes. And the first one was in New Jersey.
Yes.
And it's a highly publicized moment. Leaders in New Jersey and New York offered free hamburgers and French fries with proof of vaccination.
And the homie was like, literally ate a hamburger and fries. Live.
Yes. I think we did do a post on it a while ago.
Oh, I think we did.
Yeah. We might have to repost that.
Oh, fucking fuck it.
But Governor Phil Murphy and Mayor Bill de Blasio, they were filmed eating burgers on camera to promote the campaign.
You're saying I could get this? These delicious fries?
A massage chair might seem a bit extravagant, especially these days. 8 different settings, adjustable intensity, plus it's heated, and it just feels so good. Yes, a massage chair might seem a bit extravagant, but when it can come with a car, suddenly it seems quite practical. The all-new 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan, packed with premium features like available massaging front seats, it only feels extravagant.
Hey, this is Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast, here to help you make the most of your summer with Michelob Ultra, a superior light beer worth playing for. Play for it with the guys when you're competing to see who can sink more birdies on the golf course, because winning tastes even better with Ultra on the line. Play for Ultra. Fill your fridge with Michelob Ultra this summer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Wait a minute. But there's also a burger element to this.
There's a burger element?
Let me check with Bill Neathart. Is it too early in the day to eat a burger? No. This could be breakfast? Okay. I want you to look at this and think about, again, some people love hamburgers, some don't. Really want to respect all ways of life.
Oh,
but
thank you.
If this is appealing to you,
Thank
just
you.
think
I want to respect all ways of life.
You fucking dickhole.
I mean, this is literally like, it's like a straight out idiocracy.
Yes,
It's literally
it's so
idiocracy.
outrageous.
Like,
It
oh, we're
can't-
all so stupid.
It can't be true.
I mean, it's like,
true.
well, yeah, we have like 350 million people who are just like literally
Oh,
homeless,
my
and we're like, oh my god, free fries. I mean,
the next program was out of Washington State, and it was called Joints for Jabs.
oh my god,
Oh, wow.
This program let licensed
Joints for
cannabis. This program let licensed cannabis dispensaries hand out a free joint to newly vaccinated residents.
I want to know how much cash were they given to do this?
Dude,
How much
exactly.
fucking government cash were they given to hand
my
out free
God.
joints?
We're gonna get into the cash.
Yes, yeah. In the Philippines, in raffles in the suburbs, vaccinated residents could win a live cow.
Feed your fucking family for like a month.
Directly appealing to the local livelihood and farming culture because they wanted the cow.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Fuck, the cow's worth
Fuck
like
the
four-
joint.
Yeah.
Give me a cow.
I could buy a house with this fucking cow.
It's like $4,000 for a cow, isn't it? Woo, that's the Philippines. In Hong Kong, vaccinated residents were entered to win a luxury condo. And it was worth over $1 million. So you were, if you got vaccinated,
You're like rich. Like
you
you're
could go
instantly rich.
into it.
Up
yes.
in the ante.
Mm-hmm. Alaska, home state. What's up, babies? Alaska offered free vaccines at the airports
At the airport.
to both residents and incoming tourists, merging tourism marketing with public health.
You want to see these fucking glaciers, bitch? Come on down.
In Ohio, there was something
Great.
called
My home state. Fuck.
there was something called Vax-A-Million, and it gave 5 lucky winners $1 million each if they showed proof
I want to
of
know who
vaccination.
got, if they actually got paid on this.
Yeah, that's
I want to know.
good question.
Maine I guess this is a hot item. They gave away free hunting licenses if you got vaccinated.
They're like, YOLO, let's go, boys.
West Virginia, they gave out $100 savings bond if you got vaccinated.
That's not even worth it. $100?
Dude, it's way better than a hamburger, though.
Yeah. You know what? That's actually a good point. That's way better than a hamburger.
In Moscow, Russia, vaccinated residents were entered into lotteries for cars and cash.
Just like we won't kill you if you think that.
Bulgaria, vaccinated youth could win one of 102 new smartphones and they were aimed at teenagers getting on board.
102?
Wow.
What's the 102? It's such a random number.
In another one in Bulgaria, seniors over 65 who got vaccinated received a $45 bonus in their next pension payment.
I mean, it's just
wow.
It's so weird.
Then these are not as funny, but Austria and Germany, they imposed lockdowns only for people who didn't get it.
What?
So if you didn't get the vaccine, you were locked down.
Oh, so the vaccine passport.
Yes.
Remember, that's like you can't fucking.
Strangely emanating from Germany.
Oh,
there's your papers. There's your papers.
Show us the papers.
Yes. No offense, Germany.
Yeah, it's okay. Germany. Hey, I'm 50% German, which is bizarre. But
in Greece, you were fined $100 per month.
No fucking
if you
way.
didn't get vaccinated.
Can they legally? Is that?
I'm waiting for Italy because Italy was one of the top.
It's fucking. You're subject to firing squad if you don't get the vaccine.
In Singapore, they paid your hospital bill if you were vaccinated, but if you didn't, you had to pay your own hospital bill.
That's so fucking fucked. What if it was for something that was like not to do with COVID?
Nope.
Sorry, they would still pay it though. Like you had a baby, they're like, fuck it, we're doing it.
Just vaccinated. The Ukraine put unvaccinated teachers and public officials on unpaid leave.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
In early 2021, it was revealed that government officials, political allies, and celebrities received early access to vaccines called the VIP program in Argentina. This was a scandal because you had to either be rich
or famous.
That's right.
And on that note, didn't we also have celebrities here getting on TV and like pushing?
Oh, they were doing live vaccines, like literally live vaccines.
It's like the jab.
Using the influencers.
Oh man,
I know it's so weird. Like
crazy, right?
You can just watch the tactics, and it's so obvious.
I know,
it's so obvious.
It became more and more obvious that it pushed a lot of people more and more, away.
It's so
strange.
Like, how
obvious.
dumb do you think we are?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Apparently, it was testing how dumb we are. Yeah,
and we're dumb.
Okay, there's the those are the wild stories of
insane
of what they were doing. Okay. And so now, like I said at the beginning, Jorge's wife is a nurse. She also, we asked her to talk to a couple people, like in her, the nurse world.
Yeah.
And so she put together something, and
this is kind of like her experience.
Yeah,
right?
it's her experience with COVID. So she's frontline essential worker. She went through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the shit.
Yeah.
We.
I went through it.
No, I mean that is a valid.
It's true.
I'm
not gonna take that away from him.
No, for sure. She, you'll see here. So let me read her experience here. So, she says, I had the very first COVID-19 positive patient in her hospital. It was scary. No one really knew what was happening. We only had the stories you'd hear on the news, which we know are like the scariest.
Yeah, that's literally fear factor.
Yeah. At the beginning, we had full isolation gear, N95 mask, gowns, gloves, face shields, shoe covers, and hair covers, like straight out of the, what's that movie we always talk about? Oh, Outbreak.
Outbreak. Yeah.
That's what she looked like. But that eventually turned into reusing N95 masks. And that was really happening. I bought my own boxes when I saw this coming. I even had to beg a friend who was a medical supplier for surgical masks because they were making us reuse those. One of the interesting things about COVID is that we'd be hearing these stories out of New York and other states where people were dying at a rapid rate. I'm not going to say that didn't happen because I find it very hard to believe nurses were lying about that. I'm sure there were a lot of deaths, but the strange thing was that here in Florida, while we did have some people die, it wasn't the same.
It wasn't like a fucking devastating outbreak.
I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, like there was definitely strangely enough, like New York was a high concentration of deaths.
Yeah. Granted, New York does have an exorbitant amount more people.
For sure.
And everything is like next to each other.
But even when you saw like back then was Trump on the news and stuff like that and talking about ventilators and all that, it was always related to COVID. And the news that came out, it was always footage of not COVID. What am I saying? The New York hospitals.
Yeah, everything. And you see like there's like they got fucking triage tents and shit. It's like over capacity, we're fucked. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. We had many patients with COVID. Some were very sick, some were not. And what I always found very interesting was that no one really looked into why some people got sick or died, while others hardly had symptoms. That probably would have required a huge study, but there has to be a reason for that difference.
Yeah, why would you do a huge study on this global pandemic? I mean, why would you waste the time doing that?
Early on, I noticed that we tested everyone, every single patient, symptomatic or not. I guess it made sense at the time since there was still so much fear about spreading it. But when I started to hear the rumors that hospitals were getting reimbursed more money for patients that were COVID positive, I and a lot of others started to feel suspicious about the true intentions behind the whole ordeal. My particular hospital never mandated COVID vaccine, but then the government did, basically saying that hospitals would be reimbursed less if they didn't have a certain staff vaccination rate. It's like Medicaid. I was prepared to quit my job at that point because I felt wrong to be forced. I'd say over 40% of the staff felt the same way.
Wow.
They would have walked out.
That's a big percentage.
Yeah. The really crazy thing is what happened after COVID. Nursing students and medical students weren't allowed to do clinicals during the height of it. So it became very difficult for them to finish school. Eventually, they even changed the NCLEX, which is like the nursing boards.
Yeah.
Which is known as one of the hardest exams to pass. They lowered the standards so we could push more nurses into the field. Because at that point,
yeah, there's such a shortage.
Nobody
like a fucking national shortage. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like, do you want to come into this role?
Right.
You're gonna have to work. We're not gonna pay you extra.
And at the very beginning, it's like, who wants to get involved in like a pandemic? Like, you don't know how long it's gonna last. Yeah.
You know what's crazy is we saw the lowering of standards with the Boeing episodes.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
We know what happened there.
Oh yeah. That worked out great.
That worked out great.
Right.
Yeah. Super good.
Yeah.
If you do a quick search today, you'll see that it's kind of scary out there because some of the new nurses that are entering the practice are definitely not as ready as they should be.
No.
In Florida, in the beginning, there were no financial incentives for nurses to work extra beyond normal overtime. But about a year or two in, so that was like way after
2022-ish. Yeah.
After many people left the hospitals finally started offering bonuses. You could get anywhere from $500 to an extra $750 for picking up an extra shift. Oh yeah, I remember that. We were like,
it's like, why aren't you working more?
Yeah.
Get on the ship, pick the ship.
That was nice.
I know, that was nice.
Which we're gonna get into the money thing after. That's all been taken away now. I suspect that happened because hospitals were getting extra money from the government, but I can't prove that. I did talk to her, and I'm like, yeah, we did verify that there was the CARES Act was paying extra.
The CARES
for that.
Act was paying.
I think it's worth mentioning that a lot of us, myself included, wanted to quit at different points. It was exhausting. But as cheesy as it sounds, when you're surrounded by that many sick people, even if it wasn't all COVID, it felt like a duty to stay. Things were already bad enough, and walking away just didn't feel right.
So it's like, it's like you can't, like, it sucks and you know you're getting fucked, but like, it's like, I don't know if as a nurse, you probably don't have to take the Hippocratic Oath, but it's like the same thing. It's like
very
your job is
similar or the same. I don't know.
Your job is to take care of people and like to help people.
Exactly.
And I can imagine if you go into that field, you have like an innate want to help people.
And I did mention this in one of the episodes, but like you get threatened with losing your license too. So let's say you're like, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to quit for now and then I'll get a job later. No, because you're going to be considered leaving,
like
abandoning your patient, and then you lose your license.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. It's like you're trapped. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly.
Wow. All right. Well, big shout out.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for writing that.
Seriously, because it's a perspective view that we don't have because we weren't in that field.
Yeah, that's right. And we do have a couple essential workers as listeners.
We'd love to hear you guys what your side of the story was.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a perfect transition because now let's talk about money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fucking root of all evil.
Yeah. The money story starts in March of 2020. The demand collapsed. The demand for everything collapsed. Travel.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, everything's shut down.
Dining.
Yeah, you imagine being in like the hotel industry? You're like fucking dead.
Bitcoin crashed.
Everything
stock
crashed,
market crashed.
Big
Everything. Credit markets seized up. Policymakers raced to build a financial bridge across an unknown abyss of how long is this going to be?
Yeah.
How long are we going to shut down?
And then it's also like on the flip side, then you have bailouts. In order, like, how do you keep these industries afloat?
Mm-hmm.
Because if they die, and then it's like
too big to fail.
It's just everything dies.
Yeah. So the Federal Reserve, our favorite people.
Oh, you gotta love them, fucking assholes.
You love them this week.
Well, ETH isn't on fucking the Federal Reserve Board, baby.
They slashed rates to near zero and started buying assets at historic speed. Now, here is very conspiratorial, which is
talk to me.
It was it crashed.
The market
crashed. Everything was on discount, so to speak.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like
dirt cheap.
Like things were just abysmal.
I mean, hindsight, they're dirt cheap.
Yes, no, correct. Because you didn't know how long, like, for example, you were like, how long was it going to be till you went on a flight?
Yeah.
Right.
Who knows?
No, yeah.
Could be like a year. Who knows? So the Federal Reserve started buying assets at historic speed, expanding its balance sheet to $8.9 trillion by April 2022.
And we're still paying the debt off.
Oh, yeah.
So that means the Federal Reserve bought double. They basically doubled down their entire asset sheet.
Yeah, good for them.
Wait, so how does that work? Just so we clarify. So basically, they buy into
bonds.
bonds.
They buy stock straight
to
up
help the economy and the U.S. dollar, and
because they need somebody to buy.
Well,
Nobody's buying.
Yeah, so they're buying bonds. They're buying U.S. Treasury bonds.
Yeah,
which so it's
like a loan, like a debt.
No, it's a debt. So it's a weird thing. It's like so Treasury bonds are what's put out by the U.S. government, and they're considered they're in essence like if you're in the financial industry and like you buy a Treasury bond, it's like
the safest.
It's the safest because everything is rated on a term like when you're trying to, let's say you're rich and you're like, okay, cool, I want to invest whatever. If in terms of like a scale of let's say A to Z, what your equivalent of getting your money back is like on a scale. Like a Treasury bond is like zero. Right. It's above A. It's infinitely guaranteed because it's guaranteed by the U.S. government.
It's about as low risk as
it's the low. There is,
right, so you won't get as much back.
It's literally actually considered no risk. It's literally considered no risk because it's like if we fail, we're all fucked anyway. So so it's no risk, bro. But see, it's a weird thing because the institution that literally prints our money is the one that's buying it.
Right.
So like you have to think that there's like if you don't think that there's a problem there, you need to wake the fuck up. Like so the institution, the private organization that literally governs and prints our money, governs our interest rates, governs everything, which is not a federal institution.
Even though it's called federal.
It is not
just because
it's like FedEx.
Yes.
It is not governed by there's no oversight, no control.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are like, oh yeah, let's double down. Yeah. Like, of course we're gonna double down.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
We print your money.
Yeah.
We fucking print your money.
We should start a meme coin called the Federal Reserve.
Yeah, we should.
Just fucking print. Print it. Let's see how that goes.
Federal Reserve coin. Fuck.
I love it.
Yeah. Wait, edit that out. We don't need anyone else taking our
We're gonna buy bonds early.
Federal Reserve coin is now at $10 million per coin.
It's crazy that they can even call it that. Let's be honest.
Well, we should do an episode on the whole Federal Reserve Act,
God,
the whole thing.
1971. We need to do an episode on that.
And the gold standard.
Dude, my God, dude. What a fucking sham. Anyways.
So the European Central Bank, the equivalent of, launched a special bond buying program, and it was called the Pandemic Emergency Purchase Program. And it kept increasing its size until the envelope reached 1.85 trillion euros. The Bank of England lifted its government bond purchases to just shy of £1 trillion. While the Bank of Japan rolled out funding support and special facilities, it reached tens of trillions of yen. In short, central banks, Federal Reserve turned into buyers of the last resort to keep borrowing costs down and credit flowing, and to make it appear as though somebody's buying.
Mm-hmm.
Because without buyers, what do you got? You got sellers.
Right.
Exactly. Well, it's also like, most of the money institutions it's all speculative market. So, you take any sort of stock, let's say you have company
Apple.
Take Apple. Now, if people are only selling Apple only, that stock is going to plummet because the speculation is that something's wrong. There's no buyers. Everyone's selling. There's a problem.
Yeah.
So therefore, if there's no buyers, it's fucked.
Mm.
So everyone, there's only sellers. Everyone's going to sell it. That's how they created the central bank.
Yep.
They created this fucking sell only market
To create a market. There's got to be a buyer.
Yeah.
But
if you make a phantom buyer,
that's the buyer is the one who's printing the money,
right?
So that's the problem.
So there is a buyer.
There's a buyer. It's the person who's creating the person who owns the market is fucking buying it. I'll take it all.
So then what? All this money flows into the economy,
into the markets.
No, it goes into the markets.
From bond market to stock market to.
So it goes to the government.
No, it goes to private holders.
Well, no, but if you're buying treasury bonds, the money does go to the government.
Okay, got you.
But it's like
because the government's selling the bonds.
But it's a perfect a perfect scenario for the Fed because they're like, cool, like we need the U.S. government because we're just fucking eating good off that interest.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me? Like fucking.
Well, they owe us trillions. We need them to survive.
Yeah, exactly. So they're like, cool, we'll buy it. So we're gonna give you We're creating a fictitious income.
Yeah,
that they're gonna pay back to us anyways. So we're actually making money.
Mm-hmm.
We're literally making money.
Okay,
like we're spending money to make money.
It's kind of like, how do we keep the boat alive?
Yeah, exactly.
Or how do we keep it alive, not considering what's going to happen in 20 years?
Right. Yeah, this is like the guy.
It's like, let me put a little more gas in the boat to get us wherever. But then you're going to owe me when we get there.
But there's a leak.
It's like it's the Flex Seal guy. It's like the Flex Seal guy. It's just slap a little fucking Flex Seal in that bitch. And it's gonna fail eventually, but a little Flex Seal.
In March of 2020, the United States passed the CARES Act. $2.2 trillion package.
So that's what I was saying. Like the money flows to the government, and then the government's like, okay, what are we going to do with this money? They're not going to pay the debt back. They're getting it. They're getting it so they can
pump
in
it
this
into
case,
the
stop
economy.
the pandemic.
But then the money goes back to the government, and the government uses our money to pay the debt, and they're not even paying the debt. They're paying like minimum payment
with taxes.
They're like the government's
it's
like minimum payment,
and it's like you're going to be paid off in 2,000 years.
Exactly. Government takes our money. Minimum payment says shit.
Yeah,
it just keeps growing forever.
If you wanted to know what it was like, just look at your credit card bill.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
the minimum. That's the U.S. government.
The U.S. government is
a billion.
The U.S. government is me on crack. Like, literally, I am the U.S. government. Minimums only.
So in March 2020, a $900 billion relief package. In December 2020. Yeah, like these are just, stimmies. I'm going to go rattle through them, right? Then there was a $1.9 trillion rescue plan in March of 2021.
This is the 14 hundos?
21.
And it was called the American Rescue Plan.
Yeah, here's 14 hundo each.
Yes.
It's going to keep you afloat for 1 month.
Globally, and I don't know if you've heard of this entity, but it's called the IMF. The International Monetary Fund.
Isn't that the Impossible Mission Force? Isn't it?
I thought you were talking about Mission Impossible.
Wait, what?
No, if you don't know, there is a global entity called the International Monetary Fund.
Yeah.
They tallied $16 trillion into support of the pandemic phase. This is money for wage, business loans, health systems, direct checks that showed up as household excess savings. The question, though, was, did it work as a bridge? Kind of.
I would say
basically it slowed the free fall.
Well, I'll tell you what my viewpoint on it
Okay.
because it was nice. It was good.
Look at that little stimmy.
I actually didn't get personally the stimmy. I don't remember if it was income based or not, but I didn't. So whatever. But then I did get the business one.
EIDL.
EIDL, and then there was another one, the PIP. Wasn't there a
PPP?
PIP?
Oh, the PPP. The PPP,
yeah.
PIP is.
we're gonna go over it. We're gonna go over this.
Oh,
We're gonna go over
nice.
the PPP too. Yeah. We got a lot in there. But to give you an idea, the money that they were pumping in essentially slowed the free fall. Meaning, like it.
It's a fucking Band-Aid.
To give you an idea, in 2020, the global GDP, the global gross domestic product, was minus 3.5%. And this is one of the first times in
So it's
decades.
negative.
It was negative.
No, so like you're actually losing.
Yeah,
you're negative on the GDP.
Yeah. That's right. Inflation took off.
Oh yeah.
In the United States, the consumer price index peaked at 9% in June, which is
of 2020.
June 2022. So that was the peak.
Okay.
So it takes. Just imagine this is a really big boat. And it just takes a really long time to turn the boat.
Yes.
You're like, come on, baby.
Yeah. It's just a real slow thing. So all of this printing, all the stuff that we had talked about, it peaked in June of 2022. And it saw the month growth or inflation of like 9%, 10%, et cetera. And to rein it in, the central banks pivoted from money printing to increasing interest rates.
Oh yeah,
That's what they're like.
That was their strategy.
They're like, no more cash.
So basically, I remember this. They call it quantitative easing. So when they're pumping money into the economy, and then but all this extra money, everybody's willing to pay more.
That's right
for shit.
That's right.
So then when it gets too out of control, the inflation's too high, everything, cost of everything's out of control. Then they're like, wait a minute, let's raise the interest rate so we can't loan the banks can't loan as much money.
You reduce spending and then
exactly.
Yeah. But at that time you had I don't like to like put everybody in a category, but I kind of have to, which is there were certain groups of people. There were frontline essential workers.
Yeah.
Right? These are people who still had their job.
Oh yeah.
Your wife.
Yep.
She still had her job. She's just working really hard.
Yep.
Grinding.
Then there are people who didn't lose their job, but the business was lowered.
Yeah.
Right? And then there were people who just got laid off.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So people were getting stimmy checks, but to the people who didn't lose their job, they were getting stimmy checks.
Oh, 100%. Everyone's getting stimmies.
Tracking,
yeah, everybody.
Right? So those are the people who started spending more.
Because it's like extra income. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I got $4,000.
Oh yeah.
On the extra. I mean, I'm sitting at my home. I'm
still
gonna
working.
buy the TV, maybe like renovate the patio. I'm gonna do a couple things. Now, on the other side of the coin, and I was in that coin, I was laid off.
Yeah.
So that stimmy
I remember
check,
that. I remember
right?
getting laid off.
It was September of 2020.
Yeah, we already talked about the
the
White Claw,
the White Claw
Wednesdays.
Yeah. and the job market was a nightmare, and you were a recruiter.
I was recruiting
yes.
in the job market, and no one would hire. Everyone was afraid to interview. Nothing was happening. Like no one was doing shit.
Yeah. So it was just this weird time of where some people the stimmy checks benefited, but some people it just was printing money and giving it out.
No, but the stimmies, like it wasn't like the stimulus checks. It was literally you're good for. I give you like a month of leeway.
Yeah,
and that was it.
Yeah,
and then it was still you're still fucked.
It's like the people in Hawaii get $750. What the hell are they going to do with that?
They do nothing. I just lost everything. They're like, cool. I can like get groceries tonight.
Yeah,
and like, what the fuck am I going to do with this?
So there were certain industries that actually boomed. Home goods boomed. Because everybody's sitting at home for a year.
Yeah, nothing else to do.
Yeah, and so you
Zoom.
Oh, boom.
Crushing it.
All of these. So it was this
Uber
weird...
Eats.
Uber Eats vaporizing.
So let's just take the example of toilet paper.
Oh my God. What the fuck was that?
So a couple things happened with toilet paper.
Everyone was so afraid of
So our supply chain, everybody was at home. You're shitting way more.
all the time. Just shitting bricks.
But then China closed down.
Yeah.
80-something% of toilet paper comes from China.
That's bizarre. There's so many.
Wow.
So then manufacturing shut down. So then there was a shortage. right?
Classic economics.
Yeah.
Like supply and
So
demand.
then everybody scrambling to Costco. I don't know if you remember, or
yeah.
Target, or whatever.
It was insane.
Nightmare.
Insanity.
People
were
get
buying-
one roll.
People were buying.
I was like, do you know how much I shit?
But people were buying like 700 rolls
Yes.
of something.
Yeah.
It's like
right.
so many
Like,
rolls.
the preppers had like 2 years worth of rolls.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, dude, just like, who cares at that point? Like,
So, but what I bring this up is it's a small example. So everybody was buying.
Right.
And so we were buying more than we needed, actually. And so then China started manufacturing excessively to go, oh, this is now the new norm. So then they over manufactured.
now they have all this product.
Yes.
They're like, fuck.
Yes.
This is
And
stupid.
so-
Why
I
did we
need to do
this?
shit more.
Yes.
God damn it.
Release the laxatives.
Load the tankers.
So this is now a small example of manufacturing and where we stand as of like last year, where major companies had excess inventory.
Wow.
Okay, just so much.
So much inventory that we don't even know what to do with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyways, and so these are just examples of these weird
Same thing
economies within the economies of
Yeah, like with the
Same thing
explosion.
happened with the masks, the hand sanitizers,
Yes.
I don't know what else, but like, you know, that whole,
Everyone
that whole
super
thing.
hyper produced it, and
Yeah.
then it was like now the market died for it,
Right.
and you're like trapped
Yes.
with like millions and billions of
Yes.
dollars worth
Oh
of
my
product,
God.
and you're like, no one wants it.
Yes.
How do
that's
we
right.
move this?
That's right. While on
TJ
the,
Maxx it.
on the other side, gas was a major issue because
my
nobody's
God.
going to work and nobody's traveling.
Mhm.
So there was this complete
Wait, was it up or down?
down. It was
down.
horribly
Okay.
down
Yeah,
because
so down.
nobody's going to work, nobody's traveling. Like planes
Yep.
use the most.
Yeah,
you know
planes,
what I mean?
boats, fucking.
So it's just this weird. Economists are confused, and it's like a chaos, and nobody knows what's real and what's not real. And so,
I mean, it's pretty
Anyways.
clear that there's only like a couple real winners.
yeah,
The
Oh,
Fed
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
the pharmaceutical companies.
yeah.
Yep.
But by the end of 2020, 75% of international travel, it was crashed by 75%.
Yeah. Oh, that makes total sense.
You know what I mean? But we were just pushing things into it. So by 2023, 2024, the policy stance flipped from flooring the accelerator to tapping on the brakes. And this is what you were talking about, quantitative easing. The Federal Reserve and European banks started to increase the interest rates, slowing down loans, purchasing homes, that sort of thing. Do you remember the home?
Oh yeah, I bought mine
Psychoness?
during the pandemic.
Really?
It was
Dude, yeah,
great.
we bought our house in 2019
Yeah, so you missed
for
it.
we got our house for like dirt
Yeah.
Yeah.
McGirt cheap. It was like
Pre-COVID
great. It was like
inflation too.
it was the best.
frankly,
I mean, we
yeah.
got this house for nothing.
I
$0.
got lucky because I locked in my interest rate the day that it went up. So I locked it in at 3%.
Yeah, we bought our house 3%. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you buy a house now, it's like 6-7%.
And then from there, it just like started skyrocketing.
And have you ever done the math on, let's say you buy a $500,000 house,
Yeah.
3%, probably like a $2,500, $3,000 mortgage, but at 6 or 7%,
it's like 4K.
5.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
4 or
yeah.
5K.
And like you're
so that
talking
makes
about,
it so you can't afford it.
well, you're also
Or,
talking about
you
like
know.
over the lifetime of the term loan. It's like
yeah.
you're talking
Yeah.
like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Like
And then in the world, it became a strange, like, I don't want to say islands, but like different locations in the US, and I'm just talking US, that completely disagreed with the policies of each state. Meaning Florida became we're not really subscribing to the lockdown
fuck
as
you.
much.
Yeah.
Fuck you, yeah. Texas, same.
Same.
Right? But the other states like California and New York went hard on it.
oh, so hard.
Right?
Yeah.
Then you saw an exodus
Oh yeah.
of
Oh,
people from those states.
And so many people went to Florida and Texas.
And
It's
Texas.
like,
Right.
yeah.
And so during the peak of what I would call the peak of real estate here, for example, we went to an open house. There was a line
Yeah.
like 2 blocks down of people waiting to go into an open house.
No, but like also what was happening here is people would be buying houses cash without even seeing it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, sight unseen,
That too.
buying a house over asking for cash.
Yeah, that's
and it's
right.
like not like literally.
So, crazy.
I saw it
Now-
on Zillow. Looks cool. I'm buying it.
At that time, you also have corporations that started getting into investing in residential houses.
Oh my god!
Because of all this money.
BlackRock went
Yeah.
crazy.
BlackRock. What's the Berkshire Hathaway?
Right. So, you said, you're competing with people that are willing to just pay, or companies that are willing to just pay cash.
And they got cash, like sitting there.
I was competing with these motherfuckers. Like, I remember this. I had to way overpay for my house. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I still love your house, though.
Yes.
It's a great house.
Yeah, we still have a fucking barbecue. Goddamn.
I know.
So nowadays, when you're talking to people, there is a huge line between pre-COVID and post-COVID, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like you go, like we just said, your house, you bought your house pre-COVID.
Oh, this is the best.
So everybody knows
So happy
that you got a good deal because the inflation is up.
Shit, like
huge.
shit was crushing. That was like the game was legit. That was the best.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and because my truck is about to be paid off, and they were like, "When did you get that?" And I was like, "Pre-COVID." It's in our vernacular now.
It's the new way to like define like time. So like BCE, and like it's just literally it's just PC.
Yeah, exactly.
PC before COVID. BC.
Yeah, pre-COVID.
But a lot of people really went through the ringer, and businesses, went under.
Well, how many small businesses died?
Yeah.
I mean, the small business market, like literally, like vanished.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that were like relied on foot traffic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. And so that leads into a couple of programs that the government did, the SBA.
Yep.
And that's the Small Business Association. They came out with two main programs. One was the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, which is EIDL. And that was a loan.
Yeah.
Then there was the Paycheck Protection Program.
Yeah, which is the PPE.
Okay. And
PPP, sorry.
And the PPP was one of the most fraudulent programs that have existed.
So many people fucked that system so hard.
So,
but then
we're going to go.
Started getting indicted for that
Oh,
shit.
no. Yeah. They started arresting people. Like,
And so what I wanted to do, some of the major players, because I was curious if our government officials benefited.
Of course they did.
So I was just,
Let's be honest.
I was just wondering.
I mean, there's a 100% chance.
But inspectors of the SBA, they estimate that $136 billion was fraud.
Oh, dude. Well,
$136 billion.
No, because here's the thing: is like the SBA wasn't really like doing due diligence. It was like, oh, I personally have an S corp.
Yeah,
like I personally do it. Like even besides that, the podcast is an S corp.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm involved in multiple S corps.
Yeah.
If this was COVID times, me, Eric, and Jorge could easily have been like, oh, hey, applied.
Just give me 500.
We could have got like probably like 100 to 200K.
Yeah.
That's the studio right there.
And then the studio, and then we just like fucking, and then we vanish. And they're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
well, because they said it did have to get paid back, or it didn't.
The PPP, if you proved.
Then
now I'm
right.
going to tell you a story.
If you're actually paying payroll.
I'm going to tell you a story, right? I had a small LLC that was like an e-com business, and we got a PPP, and it was very small, like 15 grand or something like that, right? We then applied, and we got disapproved for forgiveness.
Yeah, because you can apply for forgiveness. Yeah.
Yeah. So they turned it into a loan.
Yeah. So they'll turn it into.
We paid it off.
No, but one of the things, like I remember the company I used to work at, we had like both of these loans, and it was like substantial amount of money, but they were in essence like 0% for like 10 years.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and obviously
they're the best loans on the.
Yeah, they paid it back, but it's literally like 0% for like 10 years.
Yeah, it's the best loan ever. Honestly, I wish I could did my house.
I wish I could right now. Like literally,
should have all had S corps.
I know. It's like maybe we should just check that out and see if we can still do it.
So this whole evolution of the SBA, EIDL, PPP turned into what is considered the largest fraud event in U.S. financial history by dollar.
Oh yeah,
dollar amount. And I just took it upon myself to look up our leaders to see,
who's getting paid out.
What is crazy though, on a side note, is the amount of people that got PPPs is crazy.
Everybody.
I mean, even Pearl Jam got $1 million.
No fucking way. Are you serious?
Because they're entity,
They're a corporation.
and they have like a team, and that whole they can do concerts.
So what was the purpose of this?
The purpose is that okay, so let's just take Pearl Jam as the example, right? They had a tour set up.
Yep.
And you have
and they can't do it anymore.
You have staff and you have to pay. And so the PPP payroll protection. So it's like, okay, I have employees that I need to pay.
Yep.
So they're not fucked.
Yeah, you were incentivized not to lay off people.
That's right.
That's what it was.
It was to protect.
Yeah, because I got this. Remember?
Payroll.
Like, so we thankfully didn't have to lay off, I think, maybe one person. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But like basically nobody. And
except for that one person.
Except for that one
Basically
person.
nobody.
Pretty much nobody.
They're probably
Perfect
listening.
excuse.
They're probably
Yeah,
listening.
Sub 1%.
But that was good because it definitely helped to not have
did
to
help.
do that.
Yeah.
No, see, like in theory, it's good.
Yeah.
In theory, it's good. But obviously, people are, not people. Some people are fucking scumbags.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. So I looked up our leaders at the time, and those leaders are Trump,
Okay.
Biden,
Got it.
Clinton,
Yep.
Hillary, and Bill.
Both Clintons.
Yeah. Now, again, I don't know. These are Trump-linked businesses received $3.6 million in PPP.
Which is not a lot in comparison to like what he has.
That's right.
I thought it was going to be way more.
Then
Right.
extended Trump.
Oh, like the
there's-
family, the familia.
Well, there's extended where he is maybe like on the board or on,
He's involved.
He's
Okay.
an owner, et cetera.
Tertiary.
Got 21 million.
Okay.
Okay. No evidence of Biden, Hillary Clinton, or Bill Clinton.
Well, no. The thing is,
On
like
PPP.
like PPP, like they don't have like obviously Trump had
Totally.
a company coming in.
Yeah.
Like he had an organization,
Mhm.
whereas like the Clintons, they have like a foundation, but it's not like
Yeah.
it's not like a
Yeah.
fucking company necessarily.
Yeah.
there
that's
was
right.
something discovered with the whole Doge with the Clinton. What's the daughter's name?
Oh yeah, well they were,
But that's different.
yeah, that's a different.
That's
a
not PPP.
What's it's
Chelsea.
Yes.
Chelsea.
It's weird when you get into like nonprofits.
Yeah.
And like things like
What
that.
constitutes, like meaning if you have what constitutes a ethical expense? Meaning like,
Right.
if you run a nonprofit and you get $1 million donation,
where does that money go?
yes, where's that money
where's
going?
that-
What's
where's
the
that money go?
ethical?
It's
Yeah.
definitely like way different money that we're talking about. I just
Yeah.
wanted to bring it up because you brought them up and I just remembered about that. But she got $88 million. Okay.
Okay, that's unethical.
10 of those million went to buy a house, a mansion.
I mean,
for her.
88 million is an exorbitant amount.
It's come on.
But I mean, if you dictate your pay,
Right. But it's nonprofit.
Well,
There's no profit, Eric.
I know.
Well,
I
not
know.
for profit.
Well,
There's a whole
no.
loophole with that because
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
non-taxable entities, and there's a whole fucking thing about that.
So I also looked up, and this may rattle your view of conspiracy regarding COVID, because we always talk about where does the money go?
Yeah, where's
Yeah,
the
like
cash?
Follow the
follow
money.
the money, right? I looked up the profits of the major pharmaceutical companies from the vaccines.
Okay.
Yeah. Pfizer, by far in the lead. They made $90 billion.
That's
Oh my
so
God.
much money, bro. That's so fucking much money.
And
90
that's
bill.
from just the sale of the vaccine worldwide.
90 billy. And, they happen to sign that fucking beautiful clause where they can't be sued.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Moderna, $25 billion.
Okay, so we're at
Wow,
we're
huge difference.
115 billy.
Huge difference, right?
Mhm.
I mean, Pfizer, that was the one.
Yeah, they
right? Like,
crushed
that
it.
was
Yeah.
the one. Yeah. Then coming in way last and like not even anything was Johnson & Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
They made less than $1 billion.
Okay, so we're at about 100.
But they were also the last ones to come out with it.
They were the last ones to come out with
And
it,
they
and
didn't
it
do
was
the-
a single shot.
They also didn't do the mRNA.
That's
they
right.
didn't do the mRNA technology.
Yeah, and it was a single shot, so
There's
you know
not
what I mean?
boosters and
Yes,
shit. Like,
yeah, there was
fucking,
just that's it. So I just thought it was interesting, as we take up the conspiracies of like who made money and who didn't make money.
yeah, Pfizer
Now-
made all the money.
It's worth noting that, and maybe you're going to get into this, but I'm not. But the amount of money that was printed during this time,
Yes,
it was
Trillions.
60% of all the money supply
that's ever been made.
it's ever. during this fucking time. You're talking about like a 2, maybe 3 year period, whatever it was.
60%
60% of all the money
in circulation.
So, and the next table is, it's not money supply, but it's inflation.
Okay.
That I wanted to go over. And the United States and the United Kingdom had the most inflation out of anybody. And we were both, United States and UK, around 25% inflation.
Oh my God. That means that your money's worth 25% less.
Now, granted, that's over all the things. Meaning some things are different than
some
other
are more.
things. Yeah,
like
some are more.
housing went up at least 100%.
Oh, for sure.
You know, a $500,000 house went to, you know, 900, at least here in Florida.
Right. Japan, only 9%. Canada, 18%. But this gives you an idea of how much you're now paying for things.
And that, and you wonder what's like, you're like, this is fucking bullshit. Why is this happening?
Fucking
like,
eggs. How much fucking eggs cost nowadays? Like fucking $10.
Organic, nature-fed grass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Grass,
fucking cage-free.
grass
fucking
things.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Those motherfuckers are like $10. They used to be like $3.
Yeah.
I get them from my cousin for free. So, for like $5.
Hook it up.
I know. I've been trying.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, we're just going to get chickens in Sean's house.
Me first. You last.
Anyways, so that's a lot of the money aspects of things. You know, it's hard to know like who really benefited. Obviously, Pfizer did.
Fuck yeah, 90 billion.
But in relation to how much they're worth, I don't know if their game plan is to just never ending make new drugs and then sell the new drugs, and that is
the game plan. What are you talking
for
about?
Pfizer?
No, I just mean
that's
like
their game plan. That's their fucking business model.
So that's not. I'm just saying, like, you know, if COVID was standing, that's just how they operate.
No, but
meaning what if COVID didn't happen, they would have done some other thing.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have made $90 billion. I mean, maybe they would have figured out some other way, but this was convenient and nice for them.
Yeah.
You know what we didn't get into is the whole how it affected the youth getting vaccinated.
Oh my God, yeah.
And the one that stands out for me is LeBron's son. He had a cardiac arrest.
Oh yeah,
playing
remember basketball. Yeah, it was his younger son.
Yeah, I mean that's one that stands out because it's like obviously in the news so much, but obviously it affected others. But
look at all
there was football players.
Yeah,
too.
There was multiple football players, multiple basketball players, soccer players, all these professional athletes that were just randomly would have these cardiac events, and they were all vaccinated. And then you start to see like there was many news figures. There was a comedian chick who literally just fucking just dropped, like on stage, like. And then you start to see this is the problem. Like the issue is the reason that vaccines and anything that's like a widespread, you know, type thing that you're injecting into your body, you look at the long-term effects because while okay, cool, maybe, you know, let's say hypothetically it was a solution to this problem, but what problems stem from this thing?
Yeah.
And so there's obviously this issue of like blood clotting and like people having these cardiac events. That's what a blood clot does, block a blood vessel, which then can cause an aneurysm, can cause fucking all these fucking things. Like
Prime delivery is fast. How fast are we talking? We're talking puzzle toys and lick pad delivered so fast you can get this puppy under control fast. We're talking chew toys at your door without really waiting fast. Pee pads, cooling mat, and peg hammer fast and fast. And there's training TREATS faster than you can say sit fast. And now we can all relax and order these matching hoodies to get cozy and cute fast. Fast, free delivery. It's on Prime.
Go further with the American Express Business Gold Card. Earn 3 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels when you book through AmexTravel.com. Whether your destination is a business conference or a client meeting, your purchases will help you earn more points for future trips. Experience more on your travels with Amex Business Gold. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
But that again goes back to the lack of testing.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
That's what happens when you fucking quickie some shit. It's fast, just 7 fucking months.
Yeah. So now let's get into the conspiracies.
Fuck yeah. About time.
You know, I know a lot of our listeners are like, Jesus.
Like, what is, shut the fuck up.
4 hours leading up to the conspiracies.
I know, literally.
That's why you guys love us.
I know. So the first one is called the lab door.
Okay.
It begins with a photograph, a nondescript building on Wuhan's riverfront. The Wuhan Institute of Virology in January 2020, while the world is still learning of the word coronavirus, online sleuths fixate on the building, and a few threads became the plot. First, Wuhan has the lab.
Yes.
Wuhan has the outbreak.
Mm-hmm.
Coincidence? Second,
No.
scientists there publish on bat coronaviruses. Some collaborate internationally, some use techniques that sound scary to anyone who isn't in the field. Third, officials in the city are slow and cagey. And then a whistleblower named Dr. Li Winglang turned martyr sets a mood of secrecy. So by spring of 2020, YouTube channels and chain-forwarded PDFs tell a tidy tale. A virus shaped by human hands slips past negative pressure rooms and biosecurity checklists and scatters into the markets that we talked about.
Gain of function.
The first
We were
one.
talking about this whole gain of function thing. Like
That's right.
That's why I say
Mhm.
by human hands. We're like, ooh, let's
Yes.
take this. How can we replicate this to transmit to humans?
Yes.
Like, how can we gain function of this bat virus to then attack humans? To then supposedly prevent a fucking outbreak.
So there's two paths that you can take on this whole Wuhan thing, right? One is it's a bioweapon that they intentionally leaked. Or it's a bioweapon
that
they
accidentally leaked. Either
So
way, it's a bioweapon.
Either way, there's no way around the fact that they were developing it.
They did. It's almost fact.
Right.
It's a fact that they literally engineered this to transmit to humans.
That's right.
They did.
So to some, it's a cover-up.
Mm-hmm.
And to some, it's a cover-up of an accident. So it's a cover-up of a
fuck up.
Yes.
To cover the fuck up.
Or if you went extremely nefarious, it's China's plan and or whoever. It doesn't have to be a country.
Yeah,
but whoever's
the
the bad guys let it leak.
I mean, let's be honest though. Like, there's so much talk. Oh, fucking Bill Gates, we're so overpopulated, and there's all those like clips of Bill Gates saying, almost alluding to when it happens. So like pretty much alluding that there's gonna be like we need to call the human population.
Yeah.
Right.
Which in realistic terms, the Earth can sustain probably 20 billion people.
Yeah,
like
more than that.
realistically,
I actually would. I would
can
go,
sustain.
I would go more
that
than
many
that,
people.
even But I get what you're saying.
The point is, they're saying,
point is-
"Oh, we're so overpopulated." Blah, 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 blah. Like, and then this happens.
But so let's go with this. Like, what would be the purpose?
To call the human
I was
race.
just gonna say, like, what is the motive? What is
To
the
just lower it?
There's multiple. I think there's multiple motives.
Yeah.
I think the main motive is control. Control. It's like, cool. We're going to put something out that we know that there are certain factors that are going to come into play, which is that, people who are old and have weak immune systems or people who have pre-existing conditions are probably going to die. People who are young and healthy are most likely going to be fine. And people who are not necessarily old, but like, middle-aged and like have anybody who's like reasonably healthy is most likely going to be fine.
Yeah.
And as we've already stated, the death rate was sub 1%. So they're like, cool. So we can release something that we know is going to be sub 1% population, and then we can exert extensive control over the populace.
Okay.
I think that's the main
I think
thing.
that kind of developed as it was getting
Going.
out of control. It's like, oh shit, we can take advantage of this, event
Sure.
going
Oh,
on.
so you think it was like happenstance? They were like, oh, maybe we should
Or
like.
it could also be. I was as you were saying that. I'm like, I wonder if it's like also a China
trying to
program
play
and
like,
incentive.
But
to,
why release it in your own country though?
I know.
Like why? Like you wouldn't if you think it was like a China plan. Why fuck your own country?
Also, like, if you're the bad guy, along what Sean's saying is, you're the bad guy. You have family.
yeah, like
You
could
have friends, like, right? Or
Yeah.
no? Maybe I'm thinking too.
No, I just
Like a bad guy's too good.
I don't think China would
Do that, right?
would do it in their own country. If you had a lab in like Sweden or some shit, and
but
you're
maybe,
like, yeah, fuck it.
But what
Let
if,
it rip.
Or like Cincinnati.
I know. They're like, sorry, bro.
What if they were developing it to then use
weaponize it,
Yes.
and then it got fucking
and then
leaked.
it
It was
leaked.
an accident.
It was an
Okay.
accident.
Okay.
So fuck up.
I see where you're at.
But
I see where
why
you're at.
were they weaponizing this? Well, yes, there's what Sean keeps talking about, the whole, what do you call this?
It's gain of function
Gain of
research.
function. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
No, see, the thing is, like,
Scientifically,
at the
but politically, you have China. Like, what if this went like rampant across the globe, or especially the U.S.,
Mhm.
so that they can get to the top of the list as far as power?
So increasing their ability to control things.
Exactly.
And that kind of leads into the Great Reset conspiracy.
Well, see, the thing is, like, just real quick, this is an interesting fact. So, the Wuhan Institute of Virology, it was primarily funded by the Chinese government, but it did receive grants from the U.S. government. Just saying.
Yeah.
So, like, there was money coming in from the U.S. as well. I don't know what that means. I don't know
Or
what the
who
ties
specifically.
are, but
Yeah.
it did
We
get
also
money
don't know
from
what
the U.S.
what
too.
else they were researching there.
Totally.
You know, could have been
Totally.
some other shit that whatever
This
we
is
don't
a
even know about.
classic alien origin movie.
Yeah.
What are they researching in this lab? And then the plane or the ship comes.
Did you start watching Earth?
Yes, I did.
Dude, I was watching on my
Dude,
tattoo. Dude, I'm on like episode like 3. I was like, woo.
Yeah. But it goes back to, actually, I love that we're using this. But like the leaders want to live forever.
Oh, of course.
Right? That's
They do.
their actually, that's the
That's the goal
story.
of the ultra rich.
Is how
live
to
forever.
live longer.
Right.
So they research things to make them live longer.
This is very true.
Right? And so I'm not saying that
I
this
mean, it
is
could
what
be
happened
that.
here, but maybe there's some sort of research of superpower. That sounds so dumb.
Hey, everything's
Do you
on
know
the
what I
table,
mean?
but how about this?
You know what I mean? You know,
It doesn't
like,
They're
sound
not
dumb.
I'm not
researching.
talking about flying. I'm
Yeah.
talking about what if, you know, and I'm going to use the bat as the example, but like, what can a bat do that we can't?
Exactly.
Sonar and or visual without, like they have a radar.
It's like, it's like echolocation,
Yes,
like
exactly.
a dolphin. It's like
So
you're
maybe
able
it's
to fucking.
yeah, maybe it's very simple. They're trying to like learn how do they do that,
Right.
and then it just
Well,
goes
dude,
out.
But this is okay. So think about this. You do have that whole angle of like, okay, you're trying to superpower, trying to live forever. But what if it's not even that? It's like more financial and political. Okay, if I start building a nuclear weapon, shit's gonna hit the fan, right? And we're gonna go to war. This is China thinking, right?
Yeah.
So what if I use another weapon, like biological or virus or whatever, right? That can go under the radar, like, you know what I mean?
Totally.
Okay, so
You can
then
wipe out a civilization
exactly
without even shooting a bullet.
exactly.
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
we already know that they
So
infiltrate.
risky though, isn't
They-
it?
that's my
So
thing is like you make
risky.
that and you're like you send it, you're like, yeah, eat that, America, and then like people from America travel to China and they're like, fuck, they got us too, damn it.
It doesn't seem very intelligent.
No,
It
it's
doesn't.
stupid
That
as
seems
fuck.
like All right.
It's transmitted via air. Shit.
All right. The next
get-
one.
Well,
get
but
your
it
point.
got
I get
out.
your
It got
point.
out before it was ready.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's an
okay.
accident involved.
Yes.
Yeah.
for sure.
Like
because, like
a
you said,
non-intentioned.
it got out
action.
in China first. So definitely accidental.
Yeah.
If that was the motive.
And
but we're
if,
gonna look at other.
and if we believe the China story.
Yeah, like China.
correct.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to throw some you know
yeah.
some viewpoints out there.
Like, what if this was like an American spy is like left the door open? What's the days there?
Yeah.
Like,
In March of 2020, the streets go quiet and the sky is clear. And in that silence, the hum of conspiracy is louder.
us.
And photos of newly installed 5G towers circulate with the captions that read, "They went up the month before the outbreak." And this is the conspiracy of the 5G towers.
Okay, there's. Listen,
Okay, I'm not laughing.
No. There's actually
Something to it?
there is something to it
Yeah.
because we have to think about it like just from a scientific perspective, which I try to do, is that we don't know what happens when you're being like in the ancient days. You weren't being bombarded by electromagnetic frequencies, like constantly, like Wi-Fi, all these things. And there are studies that lead to, what happened, what is actually happening to our cells by being bombarded 24 fucking 7 by radio waves, electromagnetic waves, nonstop from all the
from
your
everything.
I got my whole home Wi-Fi.
True. Yeah.
You're just getting fucking shit on non-fucking stop by these waves. Like, what happens to your cells?
So then you go outside of your home and you got this 5G towers just pumping into
just
you.
fucking ripping,
And
ripping ass at you all
and
the
they
time.
say they went up right. This is like the
before.
implementation of 5G towers
like
was,
the
was like
second before
February
COVID.
2020.
Yeah, like, literally.
But again, it was something that was being planned for years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, like, while I think maybe that has a factor, I don't think the 5G caused it. But I can see that maybe, you know, by your cells being bombarded by this type of shit, maybe weakens your immune system or makes you more susceptible to something.
Yeah.
Sure, I could get behind that.
Okay.
So to counter,
So they were a part of it,
I think it could. I think it could play a
not
factor.
like its own standalone.
I don't
main
think like
conspiracy.
5G is like ripping
Yeah.
out COVID.
Yeah.
I don't think.
now to counter this theory is COVID was rampant in non-5G areas.
Yeah, like India, Africa, fucking
right.
You know what I mean? With no towers.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe it has an effect on your ability to fight with it because your body's just being bombarded by foreign fucking frequencies.
Maybe it's just weakening.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like, dude, look, you put a fucking. What happens when you go to space? There's a big thing in space. There's like I forget what it's called, like the something belt. That's like the highest radiation belt. That's why a lot of the theories that we can't go to the moon, we can't fucking travel.
So you haven't figured out how to get through
because it's this belt of radiation that's so fucking intense. It's like you're fucked.
Yeah.
It's just going to literally destroy everything. I mean, technically, we're being bombarded with radiation. We're being bombarded with
just low amounts.
Yeah, just low amounts,
But
but a constant. I mean, the sun is a giant nuclear reactor that is literally shitting radiation on us at all time, like nonstop. You're like, oh, let's go to the beach. You're like you're literally in a nuclear reactor.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
It's
We'll
a
think
fact.
about that
It's
one.
what it
Yeah.
is. It's what it is. Like,
The next one is that there are chips in the vaccines. So you remember the whole Bill Gates wanting, you know, those interviews of him going, you know, the next step, and I'm paraphrasing, but the next step in the evolution of mankind are chip identities.
yeah, and there's also like there's a new
Your
thing
medical-
now. Have you seen that? Have you seen like the stores where you check out and you like fucking scan
Yeah.
your wrist and shit?
Yeah.
So
your
like,
palm, right? It reads
it's
your
like,
palm.
It's like your palm. It's something. It's like there's something
Yeah,
there,
it's a palm.
and you like fucking put it in there, and it knows.
I've tried the palm thing.
Really?
I'll never.
Wait,
I'll
so
never
what is it?
subscribe.
Well,
Walk
I
me
had
through it.
to.
What is the palm thing? Like, walk
So
me
it's a
through it.
little machine that reads your palm. They have this at Whole Foods too, but I had to do it at the hospital. And what are you gonna do? You're fucked. At the hospital, they're like, that's the only choice they give you.
You're not like no.
Yeah.
There's no like
So
sign
you're
up.
like, okay, I'm in the emergency room. Like, I guess I'll do it, right? Anyways, because I also didn't want to do it. It's just a thing that you put your palm on top, and it kind of reads like your, I don't know. I think it's like your vein patterns or some shit like that. So it's kind of like a fingerprint.
Your love line.
So you're in the system.
I'm in the system, 100%.
He's
Yeah,
he
I'm
got
fine.
1980 Ford.
Yeah.
he's done.
But you can also do it at Whole Foods, by the way.
Why?
I don't know, because fucking Amazon is Amazon.
Yeah, they're
Like,
just trying to like, they're gonna like, you know, the best data is your personal data.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually subscribe a little. I don't believe that there was microchips, but I kind of subscribe to the idea of the intention behind
That they wanted to do it.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think there was microchips in it because also it's like, how do you get like a
nano
microchip, and how do you even read it, and like what data are you gonna get from it? It just seems like we're not there yet.
Yes.
No, we're not there yet.
I think they would probably want to.
And so that's a good point. We're not there yet, but I think they want to get us
They want
there.
to. I think they want
And
to.
so this whole situation, we'll call it that, right? Like this whole thing was let's take advantage of the situation. I don't think it was on purpose. Like, let's release the COVID and this is our whole master plan.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh shit, this thing is spreading worldwide.
Let's see who takes it.
Yeah.
Let's see how many fucking idiots take this.
Let's see how much we can control them. Let's see who takes it. Let's see how much fear we can get away with. Let's see if how much divide we can get away with. Remember the riots?
Oh my god.
You know? And the whole I don't know, even like January 6th and the whole Capitol thing, it was all used as part of the plan.
Yeah, it's all part of like the script, as we say.
Exactly.
Also, one thing I thought it was, we brought it up was like when they were doing like the live vaccines. I'm like, how do we know they were even getting the vaccine?
Yeah, like Just
they're like,
placebos.
here you go. It's like a vitamin B shot. They're like, see, they're doing it.
Yeah.
You like how?
It's just like Ozempic.
They're like, hey, see, check it out.
It's going great.
Love it.
Okay, so do you think there's anything to the master plan of chipping people, though?
I do think there's something there.
I think it's maybe like a test. I just don't think they have the tech for it yet.
Yeah.
I don't think the technology is like there for widespread consumption.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just don't.
I mean, it's
kind of there.
It's in
like
your dog.
Exactly. You chip your dog.
You chip your dog.
And
you
now
guys
with
chipped your dog.
No, but the thing is like, do you
I
chip your
haven't.
dog? But the thing, but the chip is like it's like in their ear. It's not like.
And what is it? Is it?
It's just like a location.
It's like a tracking.
It's just location.
Just GPS.
Yeah. All right, so apparently it's more information. So it's
GPS, name, address.
Yeah,
maybe
but
phone number.
Like,
no, but the thing is, like, look, why chip someone when you have their cell phone, which is going to give you their name, their current location, their browser history,
sexual conquest,
I know, literally everything, their text messages.
Good point.
Like, it's going to give you have far more data, far easy access. Like,
On the
you're going to
phone.
know everything about me, my social, my fucking passwords.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think, like, what's the point of chipping right now?
Maybe it's not there yet.
Yeah, it's like if you're going to chip
It's a good
somebody,
point.
you're going to want to have access
the
to
point
like,
the point is control. The point, like, look at China where they have all their facial recognition.
oh yeah, the
right?
social credit score.
So
Yes.
the credit score is wild.
Yeah.
Like that is a scary, isn't it?
Right. It definitely is. And now
It's
with AI,
terrifying.
now with AI,
terrifying.
it's on steroids.
And that's a real thing,
No,
right?
but no, didn't we brought it up? I don't know if it was in the COVID episodes, but we brought it up where it's like if in China, if let's say like you were jaywalking and they get you, they take the money for the ticket out of your account.
Yeah.
And that's
like
the
out
point.
of your fucking bank account.
That's
it's just
the point.
gone. They're taking it.
So
So
now
this
you
is
conform.
not that far off then.
Right. I mean,
It's
look,
only facial recognition, right? Like
Yeah.
in China, right?
Yeah, it's facial
Like,
recognition.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well,
but-
who knows? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look at just how they silenced everybody on social media when this whole thing was going down.
dude. Yeah.
So
ghost your ass.
so you have to conform. Even us, we didn't do this episode for years. Now, it's
we were
safe.
afraid. We were afraid to do it. We thought we were going to get nuked if we did it, so we didn't do it.
Yeah. All right.
There
And
you
it's
go.
not like we have any like
Interesting.
bargaining power. Like
No.
we have fucking
What the fuck-
nothing.
what are
We're
you
like
gonna
a
do?
nobody podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, in a small scale, we're like getting used to Apple Pay. Like, I don't really carry my wallet anymore.
I know. Me too.
Only for ID.
I realized how convenient it was. And
Yeah.
I
don't-
never used it. And then I forgot my wallet one time. And I was like, holy shit. And then I just paid for all of my things that
see, I
day
don't,
with
I
it.
don't, I don't do that. I
You
mean,
don't do
granted, I still have all my cards saved.
That's because you
like-
don't have Apple. Let's just put it out there for everybody.
Okay. No, but I still have I have Samsung Pay. Like it's on my phone. Like and my shit's in there. I just don't use it. And like
Yeah.
everything's saved in like my Google keychain.
Yeah.
I go to like pay like my power bill and it's like
Yeah.
bing. It just like uploads everything. And I'm like, thank God I don't have to fucking type that in again. Woo! I'm like, hell yeah, convenience.
I love that. Like our generation, it like hates the mail.
Oh, it's
Oh, yeah.
so
Like, why do we still have the fucking mail? It's nothing but bad news.
Did you know that every fucking time, like some time on the fucking of life, I selected paperless on my fucking water, so I only get it when it's like we're shutting your water off tomorrow. And I'm like, fuck, and I gotta like pay it every time. It's every month. I'm always like, shit, and I gotta pay the water.
I literally hate the mail so much.
Yeah.
Like
It's
there's
the worst.
no good news.
It's unfortunate all the
Yes.
time.
Do you hate the mail more or getting a phone call?
Oh
God.
Well, I get so many phone calls.
Yeah.
that I'm like,
Yeah,
whatever.
you're good.
The mail is the worst though because I have to open it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what is this?
If I don't know you like intimately,
right.
I don't pick up the phone for you.
Yeah.
Oh no! If you're not saved in my contacts, you're going straight to voicemail.
Yeah.
I actually end it before. I don't even let it ring all the way. I'm like, end. Fuck you. Like you're going like, you know that I don't want to talk to you.
So the next conspiracy is what we kind of talked about, which is called the Great Reset. One of the most persistent narratives that circulated online and in the media was the Great Reset. To understand why it captured so much attention, let's put it into historical context and then this new environment of fear that happened during the pandemic. The term the Great Reset was not originally born out of a conspiracy. It actually came from something documented, which was the World Economic Forum.
Oh, great!
A
Another
global,
fucking great organization.
a global organization where business leaders, politicians, and academics met annually in Switzerland.
Bilderbergs.
In 2020, as the pandemic disrupted economies worldwide, these leaders proposed the idea of the Great Reset. Their aim was to encourage governments and businesses to rebuild economies in a more sustainable way after COVID-19 and create. Do you remember when they were trying to get the euro to be
Oh yeah.
worldwide
currency? Worldwide or just?
Well, I mean, it was like a test.
It was a talk, and there was,
I remember the whole like Brexit thing or some shit like that, right? Like you had to like get into
well, in Europe, in Europe they basically
was the European Union
and help me out, our European fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Love you guys, especially London. Peace and love, baby. Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy?
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan. $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Streaming September 4th on Peacock.
We sell toilet tissue and local newspapers. That is in order of quality.
From the crew that brought you The Office.
My name is Ned Sampson. I am your new editor-in-chief.
Comes a new comedy series.
Have you read this paper?
Uh-huh. It sucks. But we are going to make it better.
Meet the underdog journalist.
I hope it's not too disruptive to have me shake everything up.
Don't be so self-defecating.
With major issues.
Oscar. Oh, God. Not again.
The Paper. Only on Peacock. September 4th.
No, so these are all different countries.
Yeah, so European Union.
Their own. But before the whole euro thing, there were their own countries.
Yeah, they had, like, for example, like Italy had the lira, and like you had the Deutschmark, and you had like all these.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they moved to a currency that is
a unilateral currency.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So some say that that is the start of trying to create a worldwide currency.
Yeah, also like the whole one world government.
But was that before COVID or during COVID?
It was before COVID.
Yeah,
it was before COVID.
Well before.
Yeah, it was well before they.
But then there was also the talks of the Amero. You remember that?
Which was like a whole NAFTA thing, which is like Mexico, Canada, like a one currency for like this continent.
Right.
Yeah. But so the idea then would be to create. It's the Great Reset, which is to create
consolidation of power.
A one world government, one world currency. The idea here is that this COVID crisis was used and or deliberately staged in order to create the fear, to consolidate power, and to create a one world government.
Well, I mean, it's like all these things. Like, we talked about. I think we did an episode on it. Was Project Bluebeam, and then we mentioned the whole in the news. Me and Jorge brought up the supposed mothership or like the thing coming for Earth, and it's like, how do you create enough chaos and fear that people are like, fucking just take the wheel?
That's right.
Like, fucking do it for us, please.
Yeah.
Like we need you.
Yeah. No, like that's absolutely correct. Or I mean, exactly what we're talking about. And so they do lockdowns, mask mandates, vaccines, et cetera, and they push the envelope of how much can we enforce upon the populace.
Yeah, like, and without them like revolting.
Yeah. Because there were revolts or there were riots, but
not just here.
Not a lot though.
There was definitely a lot.
Well,
for a little short period.
But a lot of those weren't against the mandates, though.
What were they against?
They were just people wanting to loot and fucking steal shit. It wasn't really like we're gonna march to fucking stop this. They were like, hell yeah, like that Nike store looks hot.
Gets back to the point of what I was talking about. It's like taking advantage of the situation. So we got to create this divide. We already had spoken about the churches being shut down, so religion gets cut out.
That's right.
See, it's fucking tactical, bro. It's a tactical fucking. It's not like these fucking cunts. They're not like, they're not like opportunistic. Like, this is a good opportunity. They're like, they're trying to create the situations. Yes. Like they're. This is like long game. This is like they're thinking hundreds of years in advance. This is like 5D chess shit. Like where they're like, how do we get more? Because imagine this. Just imagine. And look, I'm not saying like this. Imagine you have a shitload of power and control. Like, what's your game at that point?
Right.
Like, if you're a good,
what is your game?
If you're like,
money.
Well, that's the thing. Like, what happens is okay.
These guys already have the money.
No, but see,
Not
like
enough.
What money? Let's say you have more money than you can ever spend.
Yes.
What's the game? Power.
Yes.
How do I get more
For
power?
you and your people.
You can buy
whoever
the
those
thing,
like
but can you
elites
buy
are.
No, but the thing is like
control?
How do I get a little bit more? And then how do I get a little bit more? They're like, you know what? And you start thinking like, I'm so superior to everyone else.
Yes.
I should be making the rules.
Right.
Look at what I did. Look at how fucking successful and powerful I am. These people don't know what they're doing. They need me.
Oh, yeah.
And then that becomes a justification is like,
how they make it seem
they're
like,
like if they did what they did, they'd be
Yeah,
fucked
these
without
guys
me.
are fucking
They need
psychotic.
us. Yeah, they're fucking crazy.
They think that they are the only solution, and therefore they need to have the power to be able to make these decisions.
Exactly, and that's how you make it okay.
For us.
That's how you make it okay.
Right.
Like it's totally okay because they would die without me. That's like that's the government's like without us, these people would be fucked. We need to do this as this is the only right thing we can do, guys, is by just owning them. I need to own you.
That's at the highest level, and then let's say a little bit lower, it's like at the government senators level or something like that. It's money. They just want
that level is hella cash.
How can we control everything so that look at Pelosi. Like what? How is it possible that she's worth $300 million?
no. See, at that level, it's
control.
Information. At that level, it's literally just money. They're like, how can I get super rich?
Yes.
But like we're talking about the ultra,
the elite,
the motherfuckers that are like, the next 70 generations are like rich as fuck.
Yeah.
Like they don't give a fuck about money. We already got money. Money's
and
easy.
then you even get into the whole global political aspect of it, right? So nations, how can one nation overtake another one? And China, how can they become the number one? Or I don't know, let's say the Arab prince is like, how can I fucking control everything? I don't know.
How do I make the world Dubai?
Well, in the context of the Great Reset, the end goal, per conspiracy believers of this, is that the people own nothing, but they're happy.
Oh, you love it. You're thankful. You're thankful
because of what you had said.
Yeah, you're thankful
which
for
is
not having the responsibility.
Yes,
You're not responsible for it.
The government takes care of us.
Well, look at the credit system.
So like socialism or slavery?
It's not.
It's slavery.
It's not quite socialism. It's an extreme socialism.
No,
it's more communism.
It's voluntary servitude. Like you volunteer to be a slave.
Yeah,
you're asking for it. You're voting because you're voting to be a slave,
right?
Because you can't be responsible for them.
Yeah.
Whereas like now it's
pretty crazy.
We live in a constitutional republic, and the whole point is that you have inalienable rights, and like you're supposed to govern yourself. I mean, in a realistic standpoint, we're supposed to be governing ourselves based on the basic principles that are set in stone, like, hey, like, don't kill people and like, don't do fucking stupid shit. And then the government is supposed to facilitate that. Like, okay, cool. We're going to handle all like the civic fucking shit. Like, the roads got to be fucking maintained. We got to maintain the plumbing. We got to keep power coming to your shit. Like, hell yeah. Well, we fucking need the government for that. I need the government to keep the power on.
Yeah.
I need the government to keep the fucking water flowing and to keep me being able to like, boil fucking mac and cheese for my 4-year-old. Like I need that. I need it. I'm not saying like no government. Like I need the government for that. 100%. But when they start making these type of decisions, you have to fucking inject yourself with this foreign substance. You have to. Yeah. There's no fucking choice. You don't have a fucking choice. And it's like that's when it gets, the government's purpose is to facilitate your life, is to facilitate you living the life that you decide you want to lead. It's not to tell you that, you gotta put something in your body.
Right.
Yeah. That at a base as a baseline, like human right. That's a basic human right. Like you can decide if you want to eat this, eat this piece of bread or eat this or inject this random point. Like why do I have to do that? I shouldn't have to do that. Like what the fuck?
Absolutely. Well, then another one is, and we went over a little bit of this, but this is the inflated death conspiracy or the inflation of fear.
Well, you know, it's the false numbers, which we've talked about a number of times.
And this story or this part of it takes place on spreadsheets and in obituaries, where it's basically, and you had mentioned it at the beginning, which is if somebody has a heart attack, but they're COVID positive.
Right.
Is it COVID or is it the heart attack? Or is it the pre-existing condition?
So
and maybe
then,
they had COVID, but is it a contributing factor?
Yes.
Is it the reason?
Yes. So then the question then begs:
They had antibodies, like, you know,
what's the purpose of that? Like, what was the purpose of inflating fear?
Money
and control.
So it's money and control.
In that particular case, remember they did get paid out for treating COVID patients.
Yeah, but it's also if you look at it from this side of the coin, is like, see, we did all this shit that was you thought was infringing upon your rights, but see, it worked. See, look at this. See, we did this and it worked. See,
yes,
you need to
get back to that.
You need to let us do this. If we do this more often, this doesn't happen anymore. You no longer have these problems.
Yeah, it's like a proof that we're right, but getting back to that point it was tied to money. Now at the same time, like, you know, I read what my wife had said about that. They were treating everybody because you had to. Like, you don't know if this person has COVID. If they do, then you got to treat them differently. You got to isolate them a little bit differently and stuff like that. Especially at the beginning, you know, towards the, like after whatever 6 months, 10 months, whatever it is, like. It's different. You kind of know by that point. It's like, oh, this isn't the high as mortality rate that we thought it might be.
Exactly. And it's also if you have like fucking emphysema, like you're probably at a much higher risk of this, you know, highly respiratory fucking affecting thing than if you were completely super healthy.
But the question then is that, well, I mean, the point though too is that we don't know. Let's say, for example, you had stomach cancer and you were going to die. You were stage 4 and or above. You were going to die anyways. I know that's morbid.
No.
Okay.
But like, say hypothetically, if you had COVID, you got COVID, would they mark it as a COVID death or like a terminal cancer death?
Right. And they probably marked it as COVID.
They
probably did.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they did.
Yeah.
They're like, you have 2 weeks to live. And you're like, oh, I have COVID. They're like, COVID.
Yeah. I did look up some statistics about the reimbursement of hospitals.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I was also with your wife's, you know, story and this sort of thing. So it wasn't like a straight, like, hey, we're going to bonus you. Of course,
it's more convoluted.
Yeah, it's a little bit more convoluted, but there were incentives. That makes like, okay, so for example, this is just the United States. I don't necessarily know how it worked in UK.
Yeah.
But Medicare set specific diagnosis related group payments for COVID-19 hospitalizations.
Yeah.
Just say what the payments were?
No.
Oh, they're just like.
We did look up the CARES Act, and it was like $1,700 just for treating them, and it was like $9,000, I believe, if they were put on a ventilator.
Yes, that's correct. So, because caring for COVID patients required isolation, PPE, ventilators, and generally speaking, longer stays. Medicare's payment was about 20% higher than the comparable non-COVID hospitalization payments.
Right. And we also know like. That when you go to the hospital, it's like you're getting like the prices you're being charged for random things.
Totally.
Like Band-Aid.
It's like
$400.
Totally. $900 for an Advil, and that's legit. I've seen
like,
that.
Actually, like it's crazy.
So with that being said, it's hard to like go. Were they being paid?
Were they being like incentivized? Is kind of the thing.
They were.
Well, they were.
I mean, they were being incentivized for sure.
But again,
but it's not supposed to be an incentive. It's supposed to be a recuperating, you know, money.
The cost.
Yeah. But of course, if you're a hospital, you're like my wife said in her story, everybody gets treated for COVID, no matter what. Now, is that because, okay, we're in the middle of a pandemic, we want to make sure? Yes, but also because of the fact that, if you're coming into the hospital and Medicare is going to pay for you, shit, hospital's going to get paid more.
Well, they're going to get waxed.
Yeah.
They're going to get
do a couple extra tests just to be safe.
Yeah.
They're going to get that if you are constipated.
Yes.
Right?
If you walk into the ER, you're getting, speaking of, I just reminded myself of the COVID exams. I went through the drive-through one.
Oh, no.
Yes. At the very beginning. I remember.
Shove that into your brain.
Oh, that was
my
the worst. Oh, we're just gonna tickle. Just tickle the brain.
You won't feel a thing. And they're like fucking ram it up your nose. I'm
You're
like,
weird. You're like, weird. I forgot my 5th birthday.
Fuck. No, they did it. I literally tears came out of my eyes. I was like, what the fuck?
Literally.
I was like, what the fuck just happened? They're like, okay, you're done. I'm like,
no, it's like, we got to do the other side now. Man up.
Man up.
Man up. No, I remember I had to go all the way to St. Pete. It's 30 to 40 minutes away. But we had to go to the Tropicana field and you had to do a line. And I remember waiting about 2 hours in this line. And then just to get tickled.
Just to get impaled.
Just to get a little brain tickle.
But why would you wait? Or did you have to do it for work or something?
Why would you wait
for it?
That was at the very beginning, and I was kind of like, "Oh shit!" Like I kind of feel something, and it was like there's no information on it, so you kind of wanted to know how if you did get it or not, so you can isolate from your family. That was my thought.
You know what's strange about it all? There was no solution.
No,
meaning I didn't care if I got. Maybe that's why I never got positive because I never tested much. So I probably maybe I did get it, but I was always like, "Hey, there's no solution to this. So
what's the point?
What's the point of me getting it? You know what I mean? Or getting the?"
I think I just kind of fell into the whole, I don't know, narrative of it or
fell
whatever.
in line.
Yeah,
he fell in line.
No, but the thing is too, it's like, it's so weird. I think a lot of people got it to prevent themselves from getting it, and then they just got it anyways.
Yeah.
True. So then I think that's why a lot of people were like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
I got this thing to prevent this thing from happening, and I got the thing.
Yeah.
So why did I take the thing to prevent it? I just got it anyways.
So last thing on how much, and it was reported that there were figures of roughly $13,000 per patient.
That's a lot of money per patient.
Of COVID admittance.
Well, you think of 700 million patients.
And $39,000 for a ventilator.
Wow. There's no way a ventilator is that that expensive.
I mean, you're on it for what, a week?
Maybe.
40 G's? 40 racks? You know what the average income is for the United States? $50K.
But a lot of hospitals couldn't get it. So they had to buy inflated prices of ventilators.
Okay, but still.
Also, these
40
are
racks every time someone uses it. They're reusable.
Also, just FYI, these are Medicare reimbursement rates.
Oh, that's just what you're getting paid back for.
Yeah,
just Medicare.
This is Medicare.
Not even Medicaid, and then you got insurance.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much.
So,
money.
but I don't know what that equates to in the sense of if I go in, I don't know, I'm bleeding out my eyes, and I go in, and you admit me. No, for nothing related to COVID, but I don't know. I don't know how much I would be paying anyways. Does that make sense? Meaning, it might be $20,000
for a ventilator or for what?
No,
just for anything. Just
for a patient in the hospital.
No, but the thing is, the thing is, you're not realizing is
depends on what you have.
This
if
is
you need surgery.
No,
or
this
not.
is a reimbursement on top of your insurance.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's there's insurance payout, what the insurance is paying, but then they're being reimbursed additionally for this money. So they're making double cash.
Love espresso, drip coffee, and cold brew? With the Ninja Luxe Cafe, if you can crave it, you can brew it. Espresso, balanced. Drip coffee, rich. Cold brew in a flash. With Barista Assist technology, you brew with no stress and no guesswork and make perfect silky microfoam hands-free from dairy or plant-based milks. Shop the Ninja Luxe Cafe at ninjakitchen.com.
Jif peanut butter. It's that jiffing good, it doesn't really need advertising. So instead, enjoy the calming sounds of the ocean. Jif. It's that jiffing good. Get your Jif. at jiff.com.
Yeah, it's true.
So, I mean, that's
Yeah,
the thing. It's
good
like,
point.
you're going to pay 40 racks for a fucking
But
homie on a ventilator?
At
40
this time,
racks?
At this time, we also had trillions of dollars being printed.
That's true.
Yes.
Everybody's getting a piece.
Oh, dude, they're all like...
So if you're our UK listeners, you kind of got a glimpse into the psychoticness of the American healthcare system.
Yeah, the classic American healthcare
That's
system.
why most of us, we break our arm, we literally stay home and wrap it in duct tape.
Yeah, it's like, how many socks we got in that thing?
Yes. So in summary, though...
Man up.
Yeah, man up. So in summary, though, it is true that hospitals in the U.S. received higher reimbursement for COVID-19 cases, but some would justify it as those costs were increased to service them in the first place.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's like anything. People are always gonna abuse things. They're always gonna abuse it.
Yeah,
like it's just the way it is. Like people are always looking for a fast way to cash. You know, that's why. You know, someone will like, you slightly rear end someone and they like smash their face into the fucking steering wheel to be like, oh, I'm hurt. You know, everyone's always looking for the quick buck.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if you're a hospital, like, why would you not? Like, the money's going to go somewhere, and
It's
I'm
because
treating
it's
these
a
patients.
for-profit scenario.
No,
Well,
we're,
hospitals
we're
are
still going to
No,
profit.
hospital-
We're still
I
going to
know, I know,
nonprofit.
but
And by the way, not all of them are nonprofit.
My pro-socialism is about to come out.
Not all of
and,
them are
in a-
nonprofit.
Listen,
I
socialism
know,
is
but-
not a good system.
I know, but I'm just saying in certain aspects, you know, in the medical situation and human rights and everything like that.
Education,
Oh, you're
too.
talking about socialism and human
I'm
rights?
talking about the medical costs are inflated because it's a profit enterprise.
True.
So there's a reason why they're charging the $10,000 for a Jell-O pudding. It's because they can.
Well, that should be,
And it's a capitalistic view of it, right?
Well, there should be regulations on the healthcare system for sure.
Yes.
I agree. There should be, but
Absolutely.
But you realize, like in a socialism standpoint, who's paying for it anyways? You are.
Yeah.
Your
No, but I
taxes
mean,
are.
if
Your
it's
taxes
not
your-
inflated.
Not to mention,
No, but your
in a
taxes are paying
socialist-
for it in socialism.
In a
That's-
socialist-
We're not. Maybe using the word socialism is not the right sense, but
Universal healthcare.
a more like a more
humane.
Yes, humane system for medical.
No, that's what I'm
all-
saying.
I do
all
agree.
going.
There's got to be maybe a little bit better balance, but the balance on the other side, socialist countries with their healthcare, you're not getting in right now. You're not.
No, I've seen things where like there was like this chick who is on social media. I don't know what her name is, but she was talking about she made like an appointment. She had to make an appointment like a year and a half in advance.
Oh wow,
it's free, but
Totally.
we'll see you in a year and a half for this like life threatening.
Just look at the veteran system.
Oh yeah, the
Do you
VA
go to
is
do you go to the
worst.
VA
It's
hospitals?
so bad,
You're
dude.
talking about months out.
Also, there is, and to counter what I'm even talking about, there is the concept of like I have family in Ireland, and they got a surgery done through the system that was free for them, and it was so low, like it was such a low standard of
care
that they fucked up the surgery.
Oh,
wow.
my god.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah, so
now
it's like-
now they're stuck with a debilitating situation because the surgery was so poor.
Wow.
Well, that's what
Right?
The
Like,
thing
so-
with the whole concept with like communism is the same situation that we were talking about in the beginning. Is like, why would you want to be in the healthcare field? Why would you want to be a nurse? Because like in communism, it's like you're gonna get paid the same regardless. Why would I want to go to school for fucking 15 years to be a doctor?
Yeah.
Like, I might as well be the work at 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
I'll get paid the same. Like YOLO.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
So as we come to the conclusion of this series on COVID-19 and the pandemics, we went over the plagues of antiquity all the way leading up to the COVID-19 crisis. The story of pandemics is one of devastation and adaptation.
Yes.
Each pandemic left its mark on the world, and it forced change in society and knowledge. For example, the Black Death transformed medieval Europe.
Oh hell yeah.
From the destruction of indigenous people in America, the 1918 flu being largely forgotten because of World War I, but all of these things led to the pandemic playbook.
Yes.
And
Classic flavor.
you know, not to be dark, but we have learned a lesson in this series, which is that pandemics are part of human history.
They are.
Past
and present.
Present and
future.
Future.
And look, this is not in no way, shape, or form am I saying that like this wasn't a real thing. I got it. I mean, I fucking got it, and it sucked.
Yep.
And so, like, I'm not saying it was
worst.
fake. It fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Ass. It was It was terrible.
So then the question becomes, how important was the early action? How important was taking action? And did we succeed on COVID-19?
And was the action worth the consequences?
Was it worth it? And or was there nefarious activities involved? Was it an overriding plan? Or was it just within the situation there was nefarious activities?
So it's like, was it a opportunistic
fucking there you go.
grab, or was it like
there you
plotted, like this is what we're gonna do?
Yes.
That's right. So as we move forward with humanity, then the question becomes, what happened with COVID-19? Did we do it right? Did we do it wrong? And or was, like I said before, was there something else involved? And so here at this point, it's what do you guys think? What is your, now that we've spent 4 hours, 5 hours on this, learning the history, do you think something occurred that was nefarious at the beginning or because of it? Tracking?
I think because of it. I think because of it.
Jorge's gonna jump up again.
Let's go.
So it's kind of, I spoke to this about this earlier, and I think it was because of it. And I think that like whoever, like there's not one person, it's like multiple entities, persons, I don't know. Like, and that's kind of part of the conspiracy. Like you don't really know who's behind shit sometimes, right? But when, this thing starts going off, it's like, okay, can we control the population?
Yeah.
Can we control the narrative? Can we, everything kind of like leads back to control, and like I said, on social media, you're being suppressed. On even physically, you can't leave your house. Can we install enough fear to control the population? So I think it has something to do with that. And who is that? Well, that's the thing. It's like, we don't know. You don't know. And it's very hard to fucking like pinpoint someone.
Yeah.
In the US, a lot of goes back to George Soros, and how his influence to behind the riots and the destabilization of the population. That's one aspect of it. Another aspect of it is the whole money thing. So you got not just the government, but you got Wall Street like salivating at this fucking...
They're grasping on
how
can I get mine?
Baby.
Exactly.
How can we get paid on
So
this
as soon
shit?
as the Fed starts printing money, it's like they know, again, the playbook. Fed starts printing money, which, by the way, we're about to get into a whole nother...
phase.
A whole nother phase of this because the interest rates are coming down now.
Also, Trump is not going to allow a recession.
Yes. And I'm glad you brought up Trump because that's another aspect of it is the political aspect of it. Okay, so
let's not forget there was an election.
Yeah,
exactly.
2020.
This happens right on the cusp of him, like the last year is basically a campaign to getting reelected.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it is.
It definitely was 100%.
And so
I think a big part of his campaign was like the Operation Warp Speed was a big fucking part of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you got that whole aspect of like, okay, we at this point now, years later, we can look back and it's very clear how he was being so attacked, and he still is, by the way, like just being like everything is blocked by the other party. That anybody that didn't agree with Trump, and even fucking Republicans were like not on his side and shit like that. So anyways, you got like all these different aspects to it. But again, it all leads back to this is the perfect time to jump on and take advantage of pushing our agenda, even the one world government agenda. Like, can we get them away from religion? Can we, even the microchipping thing, like, can we make everybody agree to one thing type of thing? You know what I mean? Like, and that all leads back to the chipping. And then also the money. Can we all like kind of unify each other under this big
universal umbrella?
Yeah, universal attack against humanity, blah, 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 right? And then it's like, okay, well, we all got to stick together, quote unquote, right? And then you can roll out a unified government. That's what I think is all behind this.
But do you think that there is a cabal, a concerted effort that exists?
Yes.
There has to be.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Like
there has to be, and
like
the reason is like how
an
fast,
emanation point.
Yeah, there's like the source of the fucking shit.
Yeah.
We spoke about the World Financial Organization, right?
No, it's a World Economic Forum.
Economic Forum. Okay, there you go.
And the IMF.
You know, and
and
the IMF,
and the WHO and the fucking
like. Come on, we know that there's a worldwide cabal, if you want to call it that, or at least it's some sort of organization and interest, you know, of this unification, so that the elites stay elite.
Yeah,
there's to Jorge's point. It's like, look, you have all of these organizations, and you have the United Nations. You have all these things. You have all these things where there's one person who's there to represent an entire fucking populace of people. You mean to tell me that every single one of those people are saints? They're fucking untainted, unfucking, touched by special interest. Like, all those people are fucking completely just, I only care about... No. Get the fuck out of here. No. That's not the way it works, unfortunately.
and just
It's
one more thing.
unfortunate,
Back
but
to the whole political thing. Remember how much Trump's image was of like he's an outsider.
Yeah.
And he's like draining
He's not
the
a
swamp.
politician.
His whole campaign was draining the swamp
But he is a politician.
But I think now he is. I think
I think he's a politician.
The first term, I think it was like less than now.
Well, I think the first term, and then he like had a bunch of people, and then they were like, yeah, do this. But the sole fact is like, look, I like Trump. I like the things he's doing, but he's a politician. So therefore, innately, I have distrust.
Right.
Like, I don't really trust any politician. I don't care. Like, if you're a politician, but the way the system works, I really don't like fully trust you.
But the first time around, remember, he was attacking everybody and trying to like expose their crimes.
Yeah, and he got nuked for it.
Exactly.
And
so
then
this is part of the nuke. That's my thing. That's just one part of it. Not saying that this was the whole reason COVID, went worldwide. It was because of Trump or anything, but that's definitely one part of it. Like, again, going back to my point is, just they're taking advantage, and these are different groups that are taking advantage of different things.
Okay,
it's not just one.
So it's all opportunistic.
Yes,
like
opportunistic.
It happens, and they're like, perfect. We can use this
But
to our
just
agenda.
to pinpoint and to zone in,
devil's
right?
advocate? Okay.
No. Like, did somebody create COVID?
Yes, that's a fact.
Well,
it's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
But you're saying like
intentionally.
Yes.
Okay.
Gain of function research. It's proven.
So then it was
fucking fact.
So it was an accident. Or did it get released?
No, that's what I'm saying. Yes, it got. I think it got released. I think obviously it was created. We've proven the fact that it was gain of function research, that it could not transmit to human beings. They made it so it could get transmitted to human beings. It's a fact. They literally made this virus to be able to go to humans from animals.
Right.
They made it. They did it. That's the whole purpose of the fucking institute. The fucking gain of function. Let's take a thing and let's see if we can make it go to humans. And how do we fucking work from there?
The question is was it accidental or intentional?
Jorge thinks it was accidental, and then they
took the opportunity.
used the opportunity to exercise control. I think it was intentional. They intentionally released it with the sole purpose of exercising more control. They released it on purpose. It was, why make something to not, like, they made it and they were like, here's what's going to happen. We're going to fucking do this, and we're going to fucking let it ride, and then we're going to fucking put the hammer down on everybody. Because what are you going to say? What are you going to say when in your family is it's the greatest fucking pressure you could ever do. Your family's going to die. What are you going to do? You're going to let us do what we need to do, or are you going to let your family die?
Right.
Obviously, most people are going to be like, do what you got to do. I don't want my fucking family to die.
Yeah.
But like that's the pressure. I think they did it on purpose to exercise unilateral control. And here's the thing. It's like in order to control the populace, it's a long game. You can't do it. You can't do it all at once.
Right.
Look at what happened with England. They fucked up. They fucked it up. They were like, "Hey, bitches, like give us 2% tax," and they were like, "Listen, bro, why don't you slow your fucking roll? Like, we're not gonna play this game." So you do it slow. It's very slow, and it's a slow erosion of your rights. It's a slow erosion. Like, the Grand Canyon wasn't made overnight, baby. It was made over fucking hundreds and thousands of years of a little trickle of water. So that's the whole point, is a slow erosion of like, cool.
The long game.
Yeah, you let us do a little bit. You let us do a little bit. And then in 100 years from now, it's like 1984. It's like, yeah, of course we have access to your fucking cell phone. Of course we have access to all your records. Duh. This is for your safety.
Yeah.
It's for your safety.
It's for your safety. It's for your
National
health.
security.
It's national security. It's we were here to help you. We want to help you. We're the government. We love you. We love you. We're all rich and you're all poor. And that's okay. That's okay. Trust us.
You're fine. And you got Netflix.
You're safe. You're safe. Look at the TV. Look at reality television.
Yeah.
Isn't that so fun?
Great.
No, so I think it was a deliberate thing, because here's what we can do. Like, how else are they able to affect a global effect? You need something like this. This is the purpose.
It's
like,
the impetus or the spark.
So
or the,
I'm not saying that like pandemics don't happen. They do. It's proven. It's a fact.
Yeah,
they do happen. But obviously we engineered this. This was created. And it's a fact that it was. It was.
Yeah.
It was created. It was engineered to then transmit to humans. It'd be different if it was like, oh shit, it just happened, and there was no gain of function research, and it was like, oh shit, it just happened, and we're like, oh fuck, and then they opportunistic on it.
Yeah.
But they made it.
Right.
They fucking made it.
Yeah.
Like,
bit different if it was like Outbreak, where it's like a monkey just gets away.
Yeah, like I mean, 28 days later.
Yeah.
I mean, there's similarities there though.
I know.
With the monkey and the bat and the
Yeah.
I don't know. Monkey and a bat are kind of different. Bats don't have opposable thumbs.
So I am more on leaning to Jorge's side of things.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I think it was an accident.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Sean, in the sense of that they did it and they intentionally were testing they intentionally were doing things. I think there was an accident, and then it was a never-ending PR trying to solve it. And a never-ending scramble of chaos, and even our own government going, I don't know what to do. Let's just keep doing things day by day, creating this new things. And then people took advantage of it on different levels.
It became like this universal cash grab.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much. And every country has their own agendas.
Story.
And their own story and their own agendas. Our agendas over here in the US is money.
Yeah, obviously.
Fucking printing money.
Welcome to the US, baby. It's all about
everybody's
cash.
getting their own cash grab, whether that you're a business, whether you want a stimmy check, or whether you're Wall Street and making fucking billions of dollars.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And another thing is, don't forget the fucking riots and the whole division.
And the political,
there was the political and the racism and the whole like religion. There was a lot of division.
Well, here's the thing
going
is like,
on.
how do you, like, if you have a unified people, the government, they would then realize they would realize that the government kind of is unnecessary the way it is. Yeah. So if you get them separated, and obviously we're working on the system that we have now. It's like where you make votes. So it's like if we're separated, you'll never get voted out.
Yeah.
You'll never get fucking like, oh, okay, 100% of the people are like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. And now you got like,
That's
you
another
got
thing
like
about
40 and 40, and then like 20 people are like, oh, fuck off. I don't want to have anything to do with this.
That's another thing of why it got perpetuated, I think, in the political aspect of it, again, is voting. And if you can't show up to vote.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? So that's like, now you got to do a mail-in voting. Well, who gets to a mail-in ballot?
Who's checking these fucking mail-in?
You don't need an ID. You don't need to prove anything. You just send in your votes.
Yeah, it's legit.
Oh, it happened to be that the next candidate was the most popular fucking candidate ever based on votes. Yeah. Bullshit.
Well, I do know that what we did go over is the historical sense of it, and we did see a pattern.
Oh, there is definitely
there is a playbook that humanity subscribes to.
Oh, for sure.
And we followed the playbook.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Meaning humanity, that's why I love history, actually, is because you can see the patterns of what does humanity do and that sort of thing. And so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer, but at the same time, I do see that we replicated history. But I think we did it better, right? Because it was less than 1% compared to all the other ones.
Well, it's hard to say that because it's like, obviously certain things are more deadly than other things.
Yes.
Like this
Correct.
isn't fucking bubonic plague.
I know.
Like,
Correct.
So it's a little different.
Yes.
A little different for sure.
Correct. Yes.
And so it's hard to say that definitively.
I know. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Very
so like
correct.
statistically, yes, we did it
Yes.
better. From statistics standpoint, yes, it was much better.
I do agree though, and I went back, or I do agree with the vaccination push. I found that to be nefarious.
Oh yeah. That's fucked up.
I'm with you on that. Like I do not subscribe to that. And so if I had to say what was a conspiracy, I 100% believe the push of vaccinations was that.
Yes, that's very clear.
Yeah. So
let's just follow the money.
Yeah,
That's all you got to do.
Yeah. So I can be on board with that
being
that part
up.
of it.
Yeah.
There you go.
We'd love to hear you guys' take on it.
We want to hear all the different theories and stories and email us and
Subscribe
comment
to the
us.
Patreon.
Yes.
We'll likely have to do an update. I'm just gonna say that now.
Yes.
We'll most likely
We
have to do
usually
an
do.
update.
Like you guys write in, and then we're like, oh,
Then we do
shit,
an update
we missed
episode.
this,
Yes.
we missed that.
Yes, 100%.
And it's also a huge topic to grasp. I mean, like you could do like a 70 episodes on just this topic.
Absolutely. And we should probably do one eventually on vaccines.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
The
100%.
history of vaccines leading up to today, that would be a good.
No, I think that'd be a
series to
great
do.
series. Yeah.
But again, I want to push the fact that the show keeps going because of our Patreon.
Yes.
And so, we brought it up many times. Most podcasts fail, but the Patreon crew is what keeps us going. And so if you have listened, we're at 140 episodes, 30 episodes.
Something like that. Yeah.
So that's over 140, 50 hours of content. If you have listened to a bunch of them, support us. The cheapest one's $2 a month. It's
And you get
nothing.
to be a part of the crew, and like we have a
It's not
community.
even-
We have a community of
yeah,
almost 200
it's not
people
even
on the
a latte.
Discord. Like,
It's not even a coffee
Just take the
anymore.
$25 one.
Yeah, well,
just be a rich guy. Just be a rich guy.
But again,
Prove us wrong.
Just go out. If you do like the show, please go support us. Patreon.com/The Conspiracy Podcast.
We love you guys.
And we'll catch you next time. We got a couple cool episodes coming up, one of which is Pearl Harbor. Been working on this for a bit. I love this one. We're going to get it in time for November-ish.
Oh, yeah.
Right before December 7th.
December
I've been
7th.
working on the accent.
Yeah.
We're going to do the whole speech.
What do they call the North Atlantic?
Yes.
Or whatever?
Pan
Atlantic. Yeah. December 7th.
Continent. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, something like that.
So we'll catch you guys next time on the Conspiracy
Peace,
Podcast.
Night night. Hey guys, it's us again. You ever heard of Patreon? Because we just started one. Exclusive content, Discord, which I'm still figuring out. But but we get to talk.
You can suggest new episodes or just let us know something that we already talked about and you want to get in on the conversation. We're there for you.
We're also coming out with shirts and other merch.
There are two ways you can sign up for exclusive content. The first is through Spotify. There's a link in our profile description that links you to the Spotify premium page. And that's only $2.99 a month. And it gets you an ad-free experience and it gets you extra episodes that come out every month. The other way is through our Patreon. All you got to do is go to Patreon and search The Conspiracy Podcast and you'll find us. There are many different levels there, all giving different amounts of content.
Yeah, because guys, this really does help us. We do this virtually for free. So help us help you enjoy yourselves.